Good afternoon, and if you are in the United States, and if you're in the Gambia, or in Senegal, or in the rest of Africa, good evening to all of you. Welcome to this wonderful and amazing forum. Daffeh Brand presents the Youth Forum. This is a conversation with lifestyle that we're going to have with up and coming talent and creative minds all over Africa, Gambia, the United States. This is going to be an amazing platform that has been created to talk about health, to talk about wellness, to talk about fashion, to talk about lifestyle, to talk about health and beauty. We have a couple of great minds, talents coming from all over the world that are going to be gracing this platform today. We thank Daffeh Design for bringing us all together in collaboration and also in launching of the Hope Collection, which we are going to see tomorrow. This is a great platform that we're able to bring all these amazing talents, particularly this where we are in this part of our history. It's all about Black economic empowerment, Black economic power. How can we leverage this Black economic power and also to tap into the creative mind and harness the creativity that is in our youths, the creativity that it's in Africa, and also the creativity and how can we move this and push it all around the world in this day and age where the platforms have increased to social media virtually. How can we bring our youths, get them to be ready and find their passion and to be able to be with the rest of the world and introduce themselves to the rest of the world. This is going to be an amazing platform, which will be moderated by an amazing coach, a life coach, Coaches of Influence, Dr. Margaret Ellis. We're also going to showcase talent from all over the world, Black talent from all over the world. We have Jatumai, who is actually in the Gambia. We have Daffeh, who actually also is currently on the ground in the Gambia. We have Ndumbe, who also, I think Ndumbe Job, who's also in the Gambia on the ground. And we have all of these amazing talents all over, also in the United States. Josephine, just to name a few. And also we have an amazing mentor, Pap Jan, who's actually a designer and also is in the fashion industry and in LA. And this is going to be an amazing platform. I'm going to introduce to you our moderator for this amazing event, Dr. Margaret Ellis.
Hello, everyone, all our viewers from around the world, and welcome to this event. This event will be life changing. It will be life transforming, and I'm so glad you are in the house with us because we have a powerful program, power packed program to deliver to you today. And without much ado, we have these young people, young blood. These people are alive, they are active, they are kicking, and they are doing it, regardless of where they are located. Location for them is not a barrier, it's not a limitation. And we are going to hear from one of the beautiful young ladies. Her name is Fanta, with a crisp voice. This lady can sing like an angel. And Fanta is going to give us a live performance. And we will later hear from Fanta and we'll hear her vision and where she's going. But for now, I just want you to enjoy Fanta's voice. Fanta, you are welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fanta Guy. Today I'm going to be singing. I'm just going to get to it. And then when I come back, I'll do a further introduction of myself. So I'm going to be singing On My Mind by Georgia Smith. And I hope you guys enjoy it. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I know that you're ready for the night. 'Cause I Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Why on earth would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I ask myself, would I let you go, or would I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweeter than your misery. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Why on earth would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I ask myself, would I let you go, or would I keep you in the frame of my mind? Now I'm growing wise to your sugar-coated lies. Nothing sweet about my misery. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. I finally found what went wrong. I finally found the wrong in you. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. Don't want to feel you, don't want you on my mind. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Fanta. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. I don't even think I introduced you well enough. Who wouldn't want to have this voice? Oh my goodness. If I could roll back the clock, Fanta, you'll be my coach. Thank you so much. Thank you. Aji?
That is an amazing voice, and this is the talent that we're talking about, harnessing it in the young people that we have, and also how can we encourage the artistic, creative ness of our children to bring it out, and how do we support it? I mean, this is amazing. A young woman finding her voice in music, finding her talent in the creative arts, and also brings to question how can we as parents nurture and harness the creativity that is in our children. This is great. Thank you so much, Fanta. That voice should be singing all the time. Thank you for blessing us with this amazing and wonderful song. Going on the program, we have talking about fashion, Pap Jan and Josephine Holbrook going to be on the fashion segment. On the beauty segment, Ida Fai and Ule Baji are going to be on the beauty section. Photography and artists, you will have Fanta Guy, who just sang that beautiful song, and Aji Ndumbe Job. Also, the arts and the creativity, we have Jatumbai and design. We have Fatou Njai, Astu Mariam Ka, and Gana Njai of Ganastu. And so we're going to have question and answers. And also the next step, where do we take this in terms of mentorship, and how can we help these young people to harness the talent that is in them, and also to introduce the vision, mission, and the next step And then after the closing, we will have this amazing creative director and the woman behind all of this, the brand, Daffeh Brown, which is Ajinde Daffeh. So I will actually introduce our wonderful moderator, who is Dr. Margaret Ellis. Dr. Margaret Ellis, as I said earlier, is a life coach. Dr. Margaret Ellis is a mentor and mentors and coaches so many young people into finding their passion and to finding their purpose and using that purpose to do great things in the future. So I introduce to you the able, the wonderful, the amazing, the anointed Dr. Margaret Ellis, who's going to be the moderator for this amazing and wonderful platform. Welcome, Dr. Margaret Ellis.
Thank you so much, Ajikumba Daffeh. I appreciate you. Thank you for the warm welcome. And welcome to all our panelists. Welcome to the lady behind the brand, Ajinde Daffeh. Welcome to all the viewers from around the globe. We are so excited to have you, and we're going right into it. We are diving right into this program, and we will begin with our fashion panelists. We will have Pap Jane and Josephine Holtbrook. Those are our fashion panelists. Pap, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Pap, you are a fashion designer extraordinaire. When I heard your story yesterday, I wanted to get younger, because this is just, it's so beautiful, your story. And Pap, you are a fashion designer originally from the Gambia, West Africa, one of the smallest countries in West Africa. And today you are in the United States, and you are designing not just for everyday regular people, but you are designing for celebrities such as Kerry Rowland, you're designing for Cardi B, you're designing for Sweetie, and the list goes on. And today you are sharing a platform, Pap, with many young people who are exploring this industry that you are in, and others out there who have so much interest and passion in paving their way into this industry. So, Pap, we want to hear from you. You started your business in the Gambia as a Gambian young man growing. Then you emigrated to the United States. You arrived here with passion, with skills, and with a vision. But Pap, you had to begin from somewhere, because this was a foreign land. You arrived in a foreign land, in a different place where your difference was visible from a distance. So how did you go about positioning yourself in the US market?
First of all, I would like to say hello and assalamu alaikum to all our viewers around the world. I'm Pap Jane. Yeah, it was for me. It was just purpose. It was purpose from the beginning. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. How was just a question. So. As a young boy, I was always interested in fashion design and all of that. I come from a family of tailors and seamstresses. My dad was a tailor, my mom was a seamstress. So even when I was going to school, I had access to sewing machine and design and all that. So I was around it the whole time. So my first project was my school uniforms, and then from there moved on to going to started cutting and doing uniform for my friends. That's where I started, making money from my craft. Then I quickly realized that okay, I can make a living out of this, even though it wasn't popular then. But a lot of times I couldn't really wait to just get out of school and just head to the atelier, go see my dad and all that, and just start cutting stuff. Fast forward. From there, my dad passed, and then my brother, who was also in the industry, taught me the fundamentals of garment construction. And then fast forward to the States, the journey hasn't been easy. You just come at first, yeah, you just know that you are here. You want to be in this industry, but you really don't know how the industry is just constructed. You have no idea what's what. How do you sell? How do you put your footprint into this? So I do the only thing I could definitely control is to produce some garments. Get a machine, put it in my living room, and just started producing. At first, it was just for me, and then started catching on to in the industry. So I met a lot of stylists that wanted to put it on different celebrities, and the grind goes on. Then you just a lot of grind that goes on. LA is a very expensive city. You have to find a way to keep your overhead, keep the lights on, invest in your business, keep getting equipment, and still trying to go out there and push your business. So that's how I went, and just keep producing, keep meeting people, keep networking, and doing all of that. And fast forward, here I am today. Just like right now, 80% of my work is just Hollywood stars at this point.
Wow, Pap, wow. So, in your own words, you said the journey has not been easy. And I can imagine that.
Yes.
So, I'm interested in knowing, and I know a lot of people are going to benefit from this question also. How did you go from designing for everyday clients, designing, sewing your own uniform and your friend's uniform in the Gambia, just helping your dad in the atelier? That's what we call the studio in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Sewing, cutting, learning all these things as an apprentice.
Right.
From there, you owned your own business in the Gambia. You were sewing for people. You went from
Yes, I
regular people all the way to the celebrity world. How did you make that happen?
yes. Just to just make it clear, in Gambia, I never had my own business. In Gambia, I was under my brother's wing, and then eventually, my auntie Aida Jallo just gave me a chance to just be in Senegambia, where all the tourists were, where we would knock off all their designer clothes. So that gave me a lot of insight into more construction, as far as construction goes. So when I got here, I wanted to have a brand, right? It didn't initially start as doing custom for all the movie stars and singers and rappers. It was more for just having a brand. So I created a brand called John. So I look back and then look into my closet and look at all these pieces that I did for myself, and make a collection out of it. And then took a photo shoot, put it out there, go out a limb and just put it out there. And it caught a lot of eyes, though. In this industry, the most important people, if you want to put it on, if you want a product placement on a star, it's just the most important people are the stylists, not even the stars themselves, because those are the ones that are going to put it on them. So I mean, early on, I had a pretty cool network of those. So they started putting it on them when they have a photo shoot, when there's a magazine, when they shooting anything, they just call Baba Baba, because all of my designs were unique in a sense, because I have a lot of my designs. The inspiration actually came from Africa. Whether you see it or not, it's in there. You have to see it for me to explain it to you to see it. From the jump puts to the ground bubble to all that. So
Great. And
yes.
that's exactly what I wanted to ask you, Pap,
Yeah.
because I saw a sample of your designs yesterday. And I wanted to ask you, why did you choose the African design theme? What's the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, I mean, originality. My biggest inspiration is my culture, is my heritage. That's my biggest inspiration. That's what I've known from since I was a kid. I feel like when you talk about African design, African fashion, we all tend to just think about the mosaic, the colorful stuff, but it's not necessarily that way. We have to, just like we there's an evolution to everything. The way we build our houses, the way we do everything else. Why not fashion? But we stay in one lane. I just want to make sure that it's okay for our viewers or the children that are watching. It's okay to branch up and be a designer, an African designer that design different stuff. Like when you are here, the American designer that design kimonos that's from Japan, and then had a little bit of touch of a Western touch. For me, it's just like I wanted to merge the two. Last year was the year that I just spent the same time in Gambia and in America, exactly the same time. So I just had a collection called Hybrid. So where I will take the African, I have inspiration from Africa and then mix it with Western fabric. and give it a futuristic feel. So if you're looking at my my designs and all that, it would be called like Afrofuturism. That's what I would best describe it. You know, Afrofuturistic, Afro minimal. You know, so that's what I will do to best describe my. But just to go to breakthrough, I just wanted to form John, right? That's why when I stress, just learn how to make clothes. Just learn how to make clothes. I just say it all the time. So you'll be able to open up different avenues, like as far as your business goes, like when you come out here. So I wanted to just form John. I took all my sample, hired an atelier. Then I didn't have my own atelier to just actually do this, you know, these patterns and do all that. So I hired them and just give them all my samples, be like, create me some pattern, create me some sample, and then we go production after that. I'm telling you, I remember I wanted to go to Coachella. I went and I came back and to pick up my samples to go back to the desert to go shoot. So I came, the samples were terrible. So actually I have to go in the atelier that I've already paid, that to go there and correct my patterns and help him actually sew my samples all over. So then I realized that, okay, this is not gonna be good, because if I gotta stay here and I wanna produce in LA, this is not gonna happen. Everything they did, and I went and fixed it. Why don't I open up my own manufacturing so that I can control my timelines, control everything in house? Then I went ahead and do that. You know, partner with a friend, and then went and opened up a warehouse. And at first we have few machines, and then, you know, as time goes on, we just get all the equipment that we needed. But I got so busy once people started to know what I could do. I mean, it never stopped. Like it was project after project after project after project. In the process, I just started to neglect my own job, which is my dream. But I understand that, okay, the money's there. You want to take it now, or you just want to just like go walk on your dream and keep on. But the lights got to be on. And you're in Los Angeles too. It's not like you just, you know, at the end of the month, you're paying a few $100 and then your lights are on. No, like you really paying racks and racks and racks. So, so I just keep going with that manufacturing, meeting people, and meeting a lot of designers in the process, develop their brands. Then I'm happy that I did that. I'm happy that I pumped the brakes on my brand, because opening up that manufacturing taught me a lot of stuff that I needed to know before I actually went public with my brand.
Right.
So that was very important, and it was important for me to stress it. And a lot of techniques from different designers, different perspective came into my studio, and I learned a lot as a result. It made me a stronger designer, of course. So fast forward, I was doing 7 days a week, 14, 15, 16-hour days, you know, and my dream was in the background. Money was piling up for sure. But
Right.
your dreams, you didn't have time to actually do
Right.
work on your own line, which is what I really wanted to do. So one day I just woke up and be like, oh, I can't keep doing this. And I was done with that. Just like that, I just walked away from it and just went back to my sample room, just only strictly sample room, where you do custom clothing, your samples, and take it from there. So when I did that, and fashion is becoming more and more challenging to just like the traditional way of selling
Right.
fashion. You know?
And Pap, you know what? I would love for you to come back towards the end, because we would want you to share with our young people and all the viewers those challenges and how to break through.
Yeah.
It's apparent that we have a lot to talk about.
We
And
do.
what I like about your story is that there's a nugget I picked up. You said, if you must learn anything in this industry, learn how to sew. I think that's an area we fail in when we want to run a business. We think it's enough to know the business and not have the skill set. So I think that's a nugget for all of our panelists and all of our viewers to take away. We do have a lot to talk about, Pap.
Yeah.
I am just going to move on now to Josephine,
Please.
and then we'll bring you back towards the end, because you are the coach for the day. So
Oh.
stick around.
Margaret, I'm Margaret's coach now.
Margaret.
Yes.
Not only is he the coach, I think for the last part of this segment, which is the mentorship,
Right.
and I think a lot of these young designers can learn a lot from you, and we're going to listen to them,
Right.
and then I think you are also going to listen to them, Pat,
I
and
will.
that's one of the things this platform is going to do, to create opportunities for these young designers, not only for them to come and speak, but where do we go from here?
Right. Great. Thank you so much, Kumba. Thank you, Pap. Now, Josephine, you've been waiting. I know you are anxious. I know you have a great story to tell us. Josephine, you are a fashion designer. You did not only teach yourself how to penetrate this industry, but you actually attended design training school because you wanted to develop your skills and nurture your passion. Josephine, I'm very interested in your story. So why did you choose to attend design school instead of just being a self-taught designer? You could have just done this in your kitchen or in your garage. You didn't need to go to school, but why?
Because I was really interested, like I saw myself pursuing this as a career. So I figured, why not brush up on my skills? Like when I decided to go into fashion design, I honestly did not know anything about it. I didn't know how to sew. I didn't know anything about pattern making. I didn't know anything about grading. So I was like, yeah, I really need to put myself into school and learn the skills.
Great, 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 Josephine. So, Josephine, tell us, where are you from? From anyone listening, watching, anyone in the panel today, what would you want them to know about you? A little background.
Well, I am half Ghanaian and half Gambian.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I grew up in England and stopped by a couple of other countries
Uh-huh.
around the world. And I'm currently living in LA. So yeah,
Great. Half Gambian, half
half,
Ghanaian.
yes.
What a blend. Powerful, hardworking people. I see why you're doing what you're doing, because you have a good combination. So how has this journey of grooming your passion and career shaped you? I know you are half Gambian, half Ghanaian, grew up in London, in UK, right? And then you stopped, you made a stop in a couple of other countries where everywhere you go you are learning all these cultures, and you are picking something from everywhere you go. And then now you are here in the US, and then you are you are in this industry, you are in design school, you have been working a journey. So how has this journey groomed you, shaped you?
Wow. Great question. So I would say growing up in a different country and just being around the world really did make me understand other people's way of living. And because if when you're from one certain area, you basically just you're focused on your okay
Just your people,
yeah,
your culture, and what you have been taught.
and your way of living, like
Right,
you're accustomed to that.
right,
So when you travel around the world, you get to see how other people live and yeah, just like their belief systems, their values, and all of that.
right,
And you really get to see that people are just people, you
right,
know. We all want the same thing,
right.
right?
Awesome, awesome. And I'm sure there were times you remembered what your mom said or what your dad said, and you're like, it makes sense, because it's not only because they are Gambian and Ghanaian. This is also happening in UK, right?
Right.
Awesome. So Josephine, who are your clients now, and how did you position your brand in such a saturated market?
But right now, I don't have clients because I
Mhm.
graduated last year.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still working on my designs and stuff. It's not like I mean, I have sold some pieces here and there. I actually sold a skirt that I made to, oh gosh, what's her name? Jeez.
You know, we'll bring you towards the end. So when, if you remember, you can let us know who that client was.
And Margaret, you
How did you position your brand in the market, even to be able to sell to that one person?
Say it again.
How did you position your brand in the market
Oh,
so you can sell to a few people?
right. So I had a friend of mine who owns a style house. So I was working over there with her, and she works with stylists and stuff. So her stylist came in one day with my stuff there, and the stylist really loved it and decided to use it on her. She loved the skirt so much that she ended up buying the skirt.
Mm,
So
awesome. Awesome. So, Josephine, you are a young lady with a big heart and a big vision. Where are you going? Where are you going? Can you tell us what your journey is, where you're heading to?
and Margaret, before she answers that question, I would like to see her design on the screen so that
Yeah.
she can talk about the vision. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ajikumba. So, Josephine, whilst we're enjoying this, wow, this is creativity at work. Can you tell us what your vision is? What do you think? Where are you going?
well, in 5 years, I would love to see my online presence really strong with loyal customers. So yeah, that's my goal right now.
Loyal customers. All of you out there watching, listening, all of you that are part of this show right now, all of you panelists, wherever you're located in the world, at the end, we will have, if you are following Daffeh brand, we will have all of the information for all the panelists, and also watch the thread for their information. Please connect with Josephine. We all heard she wants to be all over. She wants to be a global brand all over the world. And Josephine is not interested in marketing to a community. She is interested in penetrating all the continents of the world and taking her beautiful design out there. And so when she meets you at the next wedding, you better be wearing Josephine. Thank you so much, Josephine. It was a pleasure having you. So
And
stick around. We have more for you.
and Margaret, I mean, the fact that she and Pop live in LA, it's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah,
This is, and you talked about stylists. So this is going to be an amazing opportunity for you. And I know Pop will talk about that when he comes at the end.
I would love to meet with him at least to, see where our minds could like take us. But
Great.
yeah,
Tell you what, Josephine, you are in the right room today, because the vision behind this program, the reason Ajidafe put together this program, is because she wants to create a platform where we can connect, learn, grow, and be better. So you are in the right room. Stick around, and there's more for you.
okay.
Thank you so much, Josephine. Ajikuma, I think we are now ready to move on to the beauty and hair panelists. We have Ida Fai and Olibaji, who are two panelists, two ladies that are breaking ground in this industry. And both of you ladies are in the beauty industry. And look at you, faces all done. And look at me over here. I struggle so much to put my makeup together. Look at you. Oh my goodness. So Ida, I'll begin with you. Ida, you are a
Okay.
beauty specialist. You focus on hair and makeup. And we can tell because your face and your hair is in order. So you are in order. So you are the CEO of Allure by Slim, which is a
Yes,
beauty
ma'am.
brand for hair and makeup. And you also have an eyelash extension brand called the Allure extension. So I see your eyelashes, girl. I see you. I see you. So we want to learn about you. We want you to tell us
Okay.
more about you. Ida, I'm very much interested in you telling us, how did you discover your passion for hair and beauty?
Right. I would just like to thank Ajidafe for having me on this. I'm really happy about it. But I started doing hair and makeup for the past, let's say, 5 to 6 years. I
Mhm.
went to SAS with Adam Toure. She taught me how to do makeup like from the start. I've done it for like 5 months with her, and then I stopped going over there because I feel like makeup isn't something that someone can teach you I feel like all you need to know how to do is the basics, and then you can go ahead with whatever that's left. So I went to SAS Academy for like 5 months, and then I stopped. And then I went to the US to stay with my sister for a few months in Texas, and then I came back home and then started building up my studio with the help of my mom, obviously, my parents. And then I went to Senegal to finish my hair course, and then learn how to do hair tie, which we call musoor as well. I've been there for like 7 months, and then I came back home to expand my brand. But then that's just like the Allure by Slim brand, the brand, sorry. The Allure extensions, I launched that last year, which is my eyelash line. And then the real Allure extensions, which is the hair, which I have on right now, and then I colored. I started that like maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, and it's going pretty well for me, alhamdulillah, to be honest.
Wow, great, Fatu. So,
Yeah.
you know what I like about your story?
Yeah.
You pursue growth. You are pursuing knowledge. You know you got the skill. I mean, you have the gift. You have it in you, but you understand the value in developing and grooming your gift and making sure that you have the skill. It's not enough to have passion. It's not enough to have a gift. You have to groom it. You have to nurture it. You have to allow yourself to be taught by somebody. And I like that you travel to different places, to Senegal. You came to the U.S. in Texas. You go places and you are learning along the way. That no wonder you are doing what you're doing. Keep doing it. And we want to know now, how was your vision to launch the Allure by Slim and the Allure extensions birthed? How was it birthed? You are already in a school. You are taught different things, but you wanted to step out with a brand. How was this?
Yeah, definitely. The thing is that we Gambians, I feel like we don't really like letting someone teach us stuff. You know what I mean? We always feel like we know everything. And if you're trying to build a brand, I feel like that's very bad. You need to learn from someone else. Don't always feel like you know enough. You always need to know, like, have in mind that, oh, this person knows more than I know. So I'll open up to her and I'll ask her to open up to me and then give me some of her ideas, because she definitely knows some things that I don't know. And I feel like I'm very young, which I'm just 23 years old. So I have a long way to go. I shouldn't be rushing things. I feel like I need to take my time and take advice from people. Like, I can accept negative comments, positive ones, and then not take it at heart. Just listen to what people have to say, and just, I think that's helped me a lot to be where I'm at right now.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome. You know what? And how did you birth a vision? Were you asleep one night and you had a dream that you owned this shop and you are running things and you were making things happen, or did you watch a movie? Did you read
Definitely.
a magazine?
Definitely.
How was this birthed?
I just always loved life. I loved looking good. I used to do my hair at the age of 8. I used to do like weave-ons at the age of 8. Everyone would be like, Kimom, how did beautiful walk? I'm like, but listen, this is me, okay? So from then, I was like, I feel like I want to be a hairdresser. I feel like I want to be a makeup artist, because I know the feeling of looking good. So I definitely think that I want to make other people feel the same way I used to feel. So I kept saying that from like year 3, year 4, year 5, all the way to high school. And then after I graduated in 2013, my dad was like, so what are we going to do now? I was like, we can do international relations. I could do a course on that. A year later, I got my certificate. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is not for me. So I feel like I've been talking about beauty for years and years. So let's just get into that. And then honestly, I feel like this is it for me. I feel like this is it.
Story. Fatu, I like that story. You know why? Because most of the young people are caught up in this box of doing what parents or other people want them to do versus what they are created to be. So you understood that pursuing somebody else's vision is not going to give you the fulfillment in life that you're looking for. So you pursue the degree, you have gone to school, you have fulfilled some of that, but you realize at some point, I mean, Ida is not complete unless Ida is in the beauty industry doing what she loves, looking beauty, feeling beauty, looking great, and making other people feel great. That is so powerful and that is so awesome. And we will be able to touch that towards the end, because today we are going to have to talk to some parents out there. We're going
Margaret,
to.
Definitely.
Margaret,
Yes.
that is, I was just going to highlight, and I'm glad you took it out of my mouth. As parents, there's a lot of lessons to be learned here, and I
Yeah.
hope a lot of parents are listening.
Mhm.
And it is all about how can we tap into the vision and the talents that our children have, even if we want them to do something else. But how can we expose them to what they really care about and what they love?
Yes, yes, that is so powerful. Thank you so much, Ajikumba. Thank you so much, Ida. Oli is you are up. You're up, Oli. Oli, you are also a beauty specialist, and Oli, you started in the Gambia, and now you are expanding in the US. Oli, tell us what exactly do you do, beauty specialist? When I hear that, I begin to wonder what is a beauty specialist. Tell us, Oli, what do you do?
Hello, my name is Olimutu Baji. I'm from the Gambia. I was born and raised in the Gambia. My brand name is Olivier Berry. I found this name in the US. Okay, first of all, before I start all that, when I was in Gambia, my friend have a salon. I always go there to help her, like do makeup or hair. But at the end of the day, makeup is my the vision I have is all about makeup and beauty. But at the end of the day, I did not go for school about makeup. I think it just came natural on me. But I always go to my friend's salon, start helping her to do some makeup here and there. And my friends, they always ask me, "Oh, Olisa, makeup be nice. Now, can you help me do it?" And then I go ahead and do it. And when I came to the US, I start thinking, I'm like, what should I do in the US? I don't know what to do. I'm kind of confused with everything and how people speak English in the Gambia is not the same. So before in Gambia, if you take your hair to a salon to make your wig, it takes you for like 3 days or 1 week, or they will tell you, oh, come the next day. It takes forever. So I decided, why not learn something, and then take it back to Gambia, because I really want to take this thing to Gambia. So then I started doing research here and there. I went and take some classes. I paid money, and it's kind of expensive because I believe Pap even said that if you want to be a fashion stylist, you have to know how to sew. And I did. I'm number one student. I paid money and then go take some classes and start sewing wig on a machine. It takes you 1 hour to sew your wig on a machine. This is how I started. I start sewing wig on machine. People start loving it. I think I can do it. Then I launch my brand and then start selling hair, making wigs at the same time, and then making makeups. But I never take classes for makeup. I think it just came natural.
Naturally.
Yes, definitely. I never do that. I just take classes for the wig showing, and that's it. And at the end of the day, I decided that I always wear lashes. I don't know, I'm kind of extra. And people always tell me, "Oh, I like your lashes" and stuff like that. I said, okay, why not get lashes too? Then I start, I have my hairline and then eyelashes and then the makeup. That's why I call my brand Oli B Beauty. So I covered everything under that portion.
Great, Oli. You are such an inspiration. You know what? Transitioning, emigrating from the Gambia to the United States can paralyze most people.
Yeah.
They get here and they feel lost. They feel like I am in this country. I know nothing here. Like you stated, even my accent is different.
Yeah.
My look is different, and even the way I know how to make a wig is different from the way it's made here. That could have paralyzed you, and you could have just given up on this dream, on this vision that you have. But you decided this can be resolved if only I can submit myself to education.
Yeah.
So, when we talk about education, especially in the African context, we think it has everything to do with going to school and getting a degree, getting a paper, a certificate at the end. But what you did is education. You educated yourself in your industry. You learned how to go from sewing a wig, handmade, to sewing it with a machine, and it takes 1 hour. And now, instead of producing 2 weeks a week, now you're producing
1 hour. Just 1 hour, you done.
Awesome. That is powerful. That is powerful.
What I wanted to add to that is the fact that she invested in herself. And not only, she was not skimping on that investment. She spent a lot of money
Yeah,
to
a little money. Yep.
her skill, and
Uh-huh.
and you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, and that I love that what you did, and I hope anybody who's listening and wanting to do anything in their life, not only in the beauty, but you have to invest in yourself.
That's right. Thank you so much, Ajikumba. You know what? That is very inspirational, Oli.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
I hope everything work well. My vision and my plan is to take it back to Gambia, train young girls how to do your week on a machine, so we can all do it together. Not to
right.
spend 3 hours, 5 hours a day or two to make a week.
That's
It's
right.
like it's difficult. It's difficult.
So Oli, your statement there is a good segue to
Mhm.
the next question I was going to ask you. So
Okay.
you just told us you want to take this to Gambia and maybe other places. Oli, where do you want to see your business in a year from now or 5 years from now?
Pop is sewing Cardi B. I want to make Cardi B's makeup.
All right. Yay.
That's where I want to be, you know.
You know what, Oli?
That's why
There's
I'm,
nothing
I
wrong with
mean, like I
dreaming.
found a YouTube channel at the same time and then start making some makeup tutorials. Who knows? Maybe Cardi B will see me one day or Beyonce, you know?
You are in the right room.
Yeah.
Laughing right here. You are in the right room. You know what? And that's the purpose. That's one of the purposes of this platform today. We are not here just to make noise. We're not here just to show our makeup and our hair. We are here for a purpose. And that purpose is to connect you young people to your destiny. Somebody is watching and they need an artist and they live in your area and they are wondering. Somebody has money to invest and they didn't know who to invest in. Somebody wants to even grow their own business and they didn't know who they can partner with. Anything is possible on this platform, and this is Ajinde Daffeh's vision. This is the purpose of this platform. This is not one of those Zoom calls. This is a platform with a purpose. And Oli, thank you so much. We'll bring you down later on. This is empowering. Thank you so much. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep doing what you're doing, girl. You're on
Thank
the right
you.
track. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Yeah. Beautiful. So we're going to transition now, Ajikumba. I think we are ready to bring our artists and our young people in the photography world. Man,
Yeah,
they take
yeah.
photos, they make us look beautiful. We have Fanta Guy who gave us the live performance at the beginning, that golden voice, Fanta Guy. She's in the house. Fanta is an artist. And also we have Ajinumbe Job all the way from the Gambia. And this is so powerful because Fanta, I'll just begin with you, Fanta. You know, fashion and fashion photographer, and you are also an aspiring musician. And by the way, you have a beautiful voice, and one day I want to sing like you. So whatever needs to happen, if I
Thank you
have to go to
so
surgery to get younger or whatever I need to do, we'll talk offline because I need to learn how to sing like you. But anyway, you are
okay.
all right, good. You are a multi-talented young lady. You are in photography, you are in music, and you are a content creator. Oh, now I am, you know what, in just learning this, reading this from your bio, I was very curious to know. I am curious to know, and I know others are also curious to know more about the personality behind the creativity. Fanta, can you please share a little background about yourself? We want to know the personality behind this lady that started school in a different program and now she's doing photography. Then we are like, oh, that's good. And now she's singing. And then she's a content creator. Tell us about yourself, Fanta.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on this platform. I'm so grateful, flattered, I'm honored. As you've already said, my name is Fanta Guy. I'm 21 years old. I was actually raised in the Gambia, and then when I was 16 is when I moved to America to go to school. I think for me, I was born creative, so I've had a lot of different talents that I've just played with growing up. I sing, and I've always just been to art and creating different things, but I didn't really know what to do with it. And coming from a Gambian society, there's always these expectations, at least educational expectations. And so when I came to America, I was more so for letting my life, I guess, be led by what I thought were my expectations rather than really tapping into myself and figuring out what I want to do. So as I said earlier, since Gambia, I've been taking pictures. I first started with my phone. I would take pictures and just do different edits with them. I had all these apps that I would download, which would take forever because the Gambian internet was so slow. But I would just patiently sit down, download all these photography apps, and just play with pictures. And I think that was just my hobby, my way of passing time. I was also always a part of school choirs, always performing at school events and things like that. When I came here, I was doing political science. I just graduated this May. But for a
I
while,
was
as
going
I
to
was
ask you
doing it,
about that.
I realized that it was,
That is my
yeah.
next question,
So,
because
yeah, it was,
we want the world to know your transition, how you got from where you were
yeah.
to where you are. And so I'll just
Mhm.
pose the question so you
Yeah.
can tell us, you can transition. You shared with us the other day, we were on the line together, and you shared with us that you are a political science
Mhm.
major because that's what your parents wanted you to
Mhm.
pursue. They wanted you to pursue education,
Yeah.
formal classroom
Yeah.
education, graduate with a
Right.
degree, with a paper that you can wave to the world. Hey, I got a degree, I'm a political science major. And then how did you transition from that into what you're doing today?
Yeah, so it was a little bit tough kind of explaining what my vision was because, like I said, it's not really understood in Gambia. And one
Right.
of my goals is actually to go back home and help our society and our parents realize that these artistic careers are something to be taken seriously and they're legit, you know? So, what I did was throughout my years, I didn't really like what I was doing. And I noticed that if you're doing something you're not passionate about, you're not successful in it. So,
Okay.
what I realized is that I could take photography as a minor in school. So I adopted it as a minor, and I would also just plan shoots with my friends. So I would style them, plan a location, and just take pictures. And that's how I got my name out on campus. That's how people knew that I take pictures and things like that. Currently, I'm still trying to build my clientele in America. I go to Gambia almost every December, and a lot of my friends there know that I take pictures. So I do a lot of shoots there. So if you check my website on my online portfolio, most of my photography is from Gambia. But here, I just realized that I need to incorporate things that I love doing along with my formal education, or I would just go crazy. So I took photography as a minor. And right now, what I'm trying to do is actually build my clientele here and pursue that photography degree or that photography career. So last December, when I went to Gambia, I actually hosted an art exhibition where I had my pictures and pictures of other photographers. And it was an event where I invited my age mates who don't really have events like that in Gambia. It was during the day at Gaia Art Cafe. And we just looked at art and had this creative safe space to just talk about art and how we want to have creative careers like these. And even though our parents don't understand us, we understand each other and we see the vision, you know? And luckily I got to have a conversation with my mom. She now sees where I'm going with this and she supports me. And I'm hoping that other parents can also just, be like my mom. Just listen to your child, try to be more open minded, and realize that these careers are things that are legit. They're important in society. And it's just really important to follow your passion.
Great.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Fanta. And your proud mama
Mhm.
just sent a comment on the line. She just sent her photo. It's me, I'm here. That's your proud mama. You
Yeah.
know, Fanta, you have a
Oh,
great story.
Mhm.
You have a very
and
beautiful
Margaret,
story. Yes, yes, Ajikumba.
we are so proud of her mom because not
Yes.
every at some point will say, okay, 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 I just give in. You could, I acknowledge your talent.
Mhm.
I want to send a big shout out to your mom and
Yes.
said, because of her decision here, we're sharing the joy of your voice, of your talent. You are so multi-talented. You are amazing. You're going to do amazing stuff in the content and also virtual world. And we're just so excited to unleash you to the world.
Thank
Yes.
you. And I would like to just mention my photography page if anyone wants to see my work. On
Yes.
Instagram is at fanta.I, Fanta.I _volume 2. So that's where my photography is. I also have a website and a blog. It's called Winging Life. So if you would want to see my work, you could check it out there, and stay tuned for the future. I plan to go big. I feel like everyone here who has an experience, like Pap, who had an experience in Hollywood, is just inspiring us as well to try and make it there. And also, I'm looking for the future. I'm looking towards photojournalism. I plan to travel the world and document unique experiences for different cultures and societies, and hopefully be on magazines. So that's what I'm praying for, and hopefully you guys will see me do that in the future.
It's amazing.
Go. Listen, you're making it hot in here. You make it. Woo, girl! I give you. Where's your mama? We need to see your mama. Your mama right
Come
here.
on.
You are doing so well, and our producer will share your information in the chat, so people can get a hold of your information to connect with you. Before you go, Fanta, can you just take a minute and tell us what advice or message do you have for the world, particularly for African parents, about nurturing the artistic talent in their children and in the youth? Take a minute and just tell us, what advice do you have?
I think it's important to, for, like, let's say as an individual, I think it's important to really study yourself, become self-aware, and tap into your talents. Don't neglect them because the society you come from shuns upon them or doesn't really recognize it as a legitimate career. And for African parents, I would like for them to realize that the world is growing. The, customs and the traditions and the expectations we had in the past are changing and evolving now. Careers that were, not really recognized before are being recognized now. So it's always important to just have an open mind and realize that your child following their passion, it's always going to be what's best for them. Basically, following your dream and following your vision is what's going to bring you success. You have to be aligned with your path and your purpose that God created you for. And if you're not in the proper alignment, there will never be success in that. So it's just about knowing yourself, knowing what your talents are, and harnessing those and investing in those, like you see our fellow panelists are doing. And honestly, that is your purpose, and that is what is going to take you far. So go for it. Also, trust the process. The process is always going to be a slippery slope. It's not going to be easy. Sometimes the vision isn't clear. You're like, where am I going? I don't know if I'm going to make it, but the process is the beauty. The beauty is in the journey. So just trust the process, keep going, and realize that things will fall into place. Invest in yourself. And yeah, parents, listen to your children and let them follow their passions, because they will be successful.
Go.
Margaret,
Mm. My God, I can't even say anything else. You nailed it, girl. You pinned it. You nailed it. You have rested your case. We heard you. We heard you.
And Margaret, before
Yes.
she leaves, if it is even few seconds of her voice, let the world hear it again. I love this young lady. I
got y'all towards the end. Just call me back. Definitely.
All right, we'll give you time to prepare. We'll call you back towards the end so you can give us another performance.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Fanta. We love you. Girl, keep shining, keep doing it, keep pushing, keep going. I see you all around the world. I'm telling you, girl, nothing is a limitation for you. You can do this. You got it. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now we will move on to Aji Ndumbe Joe from the Gambia. Aji, you live in the Gambia and you are from the Gambia. And you discovered your passion in poetry, in painting, and in photography in the Gambia. So Aji, how did you discover your talent? First for drawing, painting, poetry, and later photography. How did you discover your talent? Aji, you're on mute. Can you hear me? Aji Ndumbe, it looks like she's frozen. Okay, it looks like she's frozen. So I will just bring on the I'll bring on the art and creativity group, and then we will go back to Aji whenever she's able to reconnect online. So arts and creativity, my goodness, another one in the Gambia, Jatumbai. Jatumbai from the Gambia, the one and only Jatu, the dynamic Jatu, the creative Jatu. Oh my goodness, I had an opportunity to be around this young lady, and her spirit is just amazing. Jatu, welcome to the show. And Jatu, you are a creative artist. You draw. Not only that, you make handbags, you make accessories, and a host of other products that you make. Those hands of yours, Jatu, are so blessed. So Jatu, tell us exactly, what do you do? Because I can tell it. You tell your own story. What do you do?
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Chetumbai, the founder and CEO of JT's Creation. So basically, JT's is a woman-owned business that specializes in the design and production of casual wears, footwears, and bags using different varieties of fabrics. We also engage in the recycling of plastic bottles, wine bottles, calabash, and coconut shells, and we also transform them into elegant interior decors and accessories. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jatu. Thank you. So Jatu, you are in the Gambia, a young lady. People expect you maybe to be in the university pursuing a degree. Maybe they expected you to be working somewhere and a formal job and bringing a salary home every month. Maybe they expected you to be married with kids and running a home. But here you are, Jatu, a young lady, and you decided to explore your gift of creativity. So, what is it like for you, Jatu, to create opportunities for yourself in the Gambia?
I'll first start with the mindset that we have in Gambia.
Mhm.
Our parents, in particular, they expect you to be maybe working in the offices, maybe bringing salary every month. But then, at the beginning, when I graduated from high school, my dad wanted me to go to university. But I told him no because I don't have the required marks, English, no, maths. So he said, okay, then I should go to college. So I went and enrolled at MDI and studied management for 2 years. But then I later realized that this is not what I exactly want. I want to be in the art field. So I started my business making these products, and my dad, he somehow um, discouraged me. He didn't want me to do it at all. But then I told him like, this is what I want, and this is what I will do. So it was kind of challenging for me, but then later on, he now accepts what I do because everyone maybe on social media is seeing my work. People are even calling him to be like, your daughter is doing amazing. So alhamdulillah, it's good so far.
All right, Jatu, so inspiring. You shared your challenges, some of the challenges that you have to position yourself. Not only do you have to deal with home, just selling the idea to people at home, but now you also have the same challenge in the communities, in society, positioning your brand and people believing in the brand, not having to order shoes from another country, but buying shoes from you, buying accessories from you. So Jatu, what tips? I know that you are not the only one. You're not the only young lady or young gentleman. We know there are some out there who find themselves in this place, this challenging place of either people don't believe in them or they don't even have a market or they have to compete and fight to position themselves in the market. So what tips do you have for youths who are trying to overcome these challenges that you're experiencing? Jatu, you're on mute. Can you hear me? Jatu, can you hear me? I think she's frozen too.
Yes,
Okay, she
yes.
froze. So we'll move on. Let's go back to Ajindumbe. Kuma, did you want to do you want to share something?
No, what I wanted to say, as she's frozen, Jatu is among those really dynamic young people in the Gambia that have so much talent, that are trying to do so much with that talent.
Okay, I'll say to them,
You need to unmute.
I'll say to them, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
She's not muted. It is the internet connection.
Oh, it is the connection.
Yes. So Jatu, just hold on for now. Just hold on. We'll come back to you. Just hold on. Yes, Kumba, can you finish what you were sharing?
She's just among those really dynamic, very talented young people in the Gambia that have so much talent, and they're trying to explore so many avenues and so many challenges. As if she was on, probably she would articulate and highlight those. And I think it's time for investors out there to look at the talent that is in these young people and invest in their businesses, and also try to get them the coaching that they need to build the confidence. And this is where I think Jatu is actually a treasure woman warrior. And this is where the treasure woman comes in also in her business to help her. And also coaches of influence actually comes in also to really help her grow and to reach her best potential. So these are, I think, avenues that for these young people, particularly the ones that are on the ground, to be able to find themselves, to self-realize, and to be able to have the confidence to build a successful business, and for people to believe in them and believe in the possibility. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much, Ajikumba. Thank you. We appreciate that feedback about Jatu. Ajindumbe, if Ajindumbe is on, can we have Ajindumbe? Jatu, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, great. You go ahead and finish up, Jatu. Share with us what advice, what tips you had for the youths who are trying to overcome the challenges that you experience.
The advice that I'll like to give to them is that they should not be fear of anything. They should just follow their head and do what they can do. Example, me, if I followed my dad or other family members, I wouldn't be where I am today. Because I realized that I can do it. Art is in me. That is why I went for it. But if you just sit and listen to what other people say, you won't go further.
Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So you respect your dad, you love your dad. You just knew that when it comes to this area of your life, you had better knowledge of who you are, what you carry, and where you're going. And even though your dad loves you and he gives you sound counsel, this wasn't just his area to guide you. And you respectfully shared with him, dialogue with him about where you want to go. And today they're all rallying behind you. And even those who are not rallying behind you, it's just a matter of time. They will all come. So keep working, keep building yourself, keep building the brand. There is a time in your life, Jatu, that you don't speak for yourself, but your success speaks for you. And I think you're getting there. So Jatu, your final question. How do you think this platform can help you to build you up and push your brand? What do you expect from this platform? Jatu, you're on mute. Okay, I think Jatu is experiencing some technical difficulties there. So let's quickly go to Ajindumbe. We can ask Jatu that question towards the end. Let's quickly bring Ajindumbe up. And Ajindumbe, I was sharing before you were disconnected that you live in the Gambia, you're from the Gambia. You discovered your passion for poetry, for painting, and for photography in the Gambia. And so, Aji, tell us, how did you discover this talent? First with drawing, because that's where you started. Then you graduated into painting. And then you decided to spread your wings into poetry. And now you are still not satisfied. Girl, I don't know where you're trying to go. Now you are in photography. Aji, tell us, how did you discover all this talent?
First of all, I'm very grateful to be here. Auntie Aji, I'm very grateful and mentor. I'm very grateful to be here. So basically, I started drawing when I was very young. So growing up, I've been in a society wherein it's not easy. We grow up very broken. And then when I was in junior school, I have this teacher called Mr. Mane who taught us arts and crafts. So arts was one of my favorite subjects because most of the time when maths teacher come or quantitative or other subjects, I will be like, oh, I'll be very boring. But when it comes to art, I'm like very excited. So at a point, most of the time when we have arts and craft, I would draw a little bit ahead of other students. So my teacher called me one day and told me, Aji, I said, yes. He said, what is your passion? I said, I just love sketching something. I love depicting something. She told me, do you know you have a future in the art? I said, yeah, is that so? She said, yes. I believe that you can do much better than this. So what are you going to do is, but most of the time, of course, he'll always tell me, there's something about you, but I know you having to do with the pencil and the pen will work out for you. I said, okay. So I was still trying to figure out what he was trying to say. And for a time, he told me, I want you to do something. I said, what's that? He said, anytime you feel uncomfort, anytime you have a feeling in you, just sketch something. I said, just sketch something? He said, yes. I said, just sketch something, anything. It could be anything. Make it abstract, make it anything. So that's where my journey of drawing begins. I start drawing little ants and skeleton, of course, and I will draw some part of the hands. That's why up to date, drawing the eye is one of my favorite sketches, as you can see, and also the hand, because I believe that within the eye you can see so many things, and there are so many stories in people's eyes. And when you depict that, it's give you something that you cannot just explain. But when you look in somebody's eye, there are so many things that you can learn from. So basically, that's where my pencil work started, and I grew up liking and loving it so much that I can spend a lot of time sketching things and I won't get bored. So that's how my journey for pencil work started since when I was young. And coming to the painting, when I graduated in 2017, I pursued my course in the Gambia College. So my thought was this: what am I going to pursue? Already I've graduated, and I said to myself, "What art need to be part of it?" Because I know when Mr. Mane said I have something, and I could do something, and I have future in art, I know he knew very well what he's saying. So I need to continue. So when I applied for the college, I was shortlisted, and my interview day, I said, okay, what am I gonna do? I said, I want to do art. He said, so he was like, what? The head of School of Education, Gambia College, say, what? I said, art. I want to do art and SES. He said, you know, there's combination of a lot of drawings and painting. I said, yes, I'm aware. So that's how I was shortlisted. And within the time ban, we started first year, second year, and I developed my passion for painting, of course. And then with photography, recent back, just 2 years back, I've been given a scholarship by Perfect for Girls that they say they want ladies that will engage themselves for tailoring and photography. So I was shortlisted and I saw this link. I said, you know what, I need to go on because I need combination and art has to be my field. This is what I want. So I was shortlisted, and all of a sudden I went for an interview. The first thing they asked me was, can you hold a camera? I said, yes, I believe so. They said, how? They said, how? I said, well, I've been using my sister's phone to take pictures. And she told me, one of the panelists told me, do you think that is the best way you can pursue for photography? I said, well, I believe that I have a good eye for when a picture is good, and I have a good eye that I can view whether something or one picture is a blur, when picture is blur or it doesn't work well. She said, okay, so let's see what you do. So I was given that opportunity to just get a camera and do some little rehearsal downsized, and they said, okay, we're gonna call you back when you're shortlisted. So that's how I was shortlisted. Of course, I came out the best photography student at STS Pictures. Presently, is a brand in the Gambia that produces most of the Gambian videos and most of the Gambian artist videos and pictures as well. So that's how my journey for photography started. But basically, I just love to depict stories. I believe that I have so much in me that maybe it's not going to be possible for just me to sit on a platform or to be in a forum to speak about it. But to me, I can do it in pencil work, I can do it in photography. And when you look at my pictures, you can see there's a message that I'm sending across. And that just inspired me every day because I believe there are so many messages that the world needs to hear.
Yeah.
At a point in life, at a point in life, you do not necessarily need to just speak. Some things just spark in you, and you can make the best out of it. So that's how my photography journey begins. Up to date, I'm still updating myself with all that. And when it comes to the poetry, when I graduated, I was awarded the best literature student in John Crick Comprehensive Senior Secondary School. So aside from my painting and my drawing, I said to myself, if I'm awarded the best literature student in my school, what does it tell? That means that I can write better, or maybe I can express myself better. Then I need to do up something. So that's how I joined WAC, Young Writers Association of the Gambia, and I started writing short poems. But I was a little bit shy and emotional. Most of the time when I decide, I will cry. So I said to myself, you know what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna write, and I will say, you know what, anybody that has to recite my poem has to say, bye Ajijo. So that's how my poetry begins. And at a point I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna push you this. So year before last, I applied for the Poetry Slam, Gambia, which is one of the best poetry slam you can have here. So I joined in up to the semi-final. I was proud to be awarded at least one of the best poets you can have. And then I joined Gambia Got Talent as well for up to the final, and I came out third position. And that's how my journey for poetry started. But basically, all my messages, all what I do, my painting, my poetry, my pencil sketch has to depict. I need to depict a story. And I believe, I always say to myself, every picture tells a story, and you do not necessarily need to speak it. You can portray it.
You know what, Aji, your story is so empowering. Your story it gives me life. You know, when I met you, Aji, I spotted something just like that. Your teacher, I saw something. I saw something, and I saw a young lady who had so much in her, not just talents and gifts, but you had, you I could tell that you were going through some things in life and you needed an outlet, a way of expressing it. And when I look at your work today, whether it's your drawing, whether it's your painting, whether it is photography, whether it is poetry, just the detail and the messages you convey, it tells the world stories about this young lady. And I cannot wait for the day when you will unleash and tell the whole world what else you are carrying inside that we don't know about. So, Aji, between last year and now, you have traveled to a few countries within Africa. You know, you traveled as a guest speaker or as a participant or as a contestant in the painting and photography competitions or events in Egypt. You went to Sudan, you went to Senegal, and you went to Bamako. So, Aji, what do what did you do to position yourself to be seen by these organizations that are inviting you to their platforms to either compete or to participate as a guest? What did you do to position yourself?
Well, for the Egypt own, I was nominated by ADE, one of the youth organizations here. Usually, basically, I just say to myself, we cannot just sit at a point and say, we did not have opportunity. You need to go in for it. You need to put up something for opportunity to reach out to you. You cannot just fold your hand at home and say, people are not helping me. My aunt is not helping me. My sister is not helping me. You need to go forward. So when I just ran into Ade's page, it's one of the youth organizations here, and I saw that there's a petition that is going on. And what I did is I reached out to the guy that posted it and said, you know what, I want to go in for this for this competition. And he said to me, do you know the details? Do you know the requirements? I said, yes. He said, now what we're going to do is just text me on WhatsApp, and I reach out. So I reached out to him. He told me, you know what, we are having a tough competition, and this is about Gambia. We're going to nominate 5 of you, and then we're going to see how best. I said, okay, but they're also youth like you, and some of them are the youth. I said, okay, no problem. He said, but we have only 3 places left. I said, okay, what's that? He said, photography and poetry and painting. I said, I'm going to do both. Like, I'm going to do all. He said, what? But let me get back to you. I said, I'm going to do all the 3. He said, okay. So when I was nominated already, he said, you know what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to the youth council in Egypt, and then you need to send a portfolio on what you do, maybe a short video or some of the works that you have done. So I did exactly that, and he told me, but they're looking for somebody who is 25 above. I said, well, I'm not up to 20, but I believe I can do it. He said, Aji, this is like the Gambia. They're gonna pick among you guys, 5 of you. They're gonna pick one. I said, yes, I believe I can do it. He said, but you don't have the age, so you can just withdraw while we replace you with someone. I said, no, I want to go in for. I will send my portfolio. So I did just that. Of course, I want to thank my mentor for like helping me to send emails. Most of the time, I find it very difficult to send my works, and all of a sudden, because I'm like, okay, are these people gonna like it? So I sent it. I was shortlisted, and I went. Of course, I missed 3 days of the competition, and I get to talk with mentor, and I said, mentor, you know what? I'm just, I don't know, I'm the one who selected and I'm the youngest. So how am I going to do? And all of a sudden, they're just going to say, this girl is from the Gambia and I'm among the smallest, like the youngest of all.
Right.
And I said to myself, you know what, I need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So when I ran into, of course, I missed 3 days of the competition. When I reached, one of the judges called me and say, do you know you missed 3 days of the competition? I said, yes, I'm aware. He said, you need to double up. He said, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna are you with your camera right now? I said, no, I don't have a camera, but can I borrow? He said, go ahead. So what I do is I paint at the same time on stage, and I present my poetry. Of course, one of my favorite poem is the My Democratic Nation. I actually wrote that poem because of the Gambian situation for the past years and all that. So at the same time, I was painting. So for that round, of course, that was almost the second round. I was qualified and then to the final, and I came third position.
You missed 3
with
days
2 awards,
of
of course.
competition. You missed 3 days.
Yeah,
And upon arrival,
because I was not.
you still competed that day,
Yeah,
and you were shortlisted, you were
yeah,
selected. That tells us the resilience
yes,
of you, IG, and that's what I like about you. That's what we enjoy about having you in our mentorship program with Coaches of Influence Foundation, is because we see a resilient young lady. We see a lady who doesn't, like you stated, you don't sit around and wait for opportunities to come to you. You go after them and you push so hard,
yeah,
and you have limited resources, IG. You have a limited resources. You have a lot of things that work against you, but you do not allow any of it to stop you. You keep pushing. You have big dreams. You have a big vision. So, Aji, I would just want to ask you, where do you want to, where do you think you see, where do you see yourself when you envision Aji, and you envision your painting, your drawing, your photography, your poetry? Where do you want to see yourself in the next few months or next few years?
in the next few years, I would like to produce one of the best painting brands, of course, and pictures that you can find around that are basically done in basically here in the Gambia, just to portray our culture, our tradition, and how beautiful youths could work to the development of this nation. I want to produce. I'm not always wanting, but I'm already doing that. I'm selling brands to companies, basically. When I heard about some companies or some offices have been established somewhere, I find myself go there and say, you know what, I want to lobby for something. They say, what? I said, I believe you guys are building up. I think I could form some paintings here. And they said, okay, but you're not paying. I said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. So basically, I just have a job with Suigam. I produced just last week. I produced 10 paintings for them, and I'm yet to give them an invoice and a receipt for them to pay me my money. So I just wanna produce, break the barriers that women can paint, they can do photography, they can sketch. We have eye, we have brains, and we have blessed hands, and we can use to develop the world and move the nations to a better stage.
IG, I spoke with you during this pandemic, and the pandemic has paralyzed many youth around the globe. Many people were so caught up in complaining and whining about what is happening around us, and a lot of people have lost their vision. But when I spoke, anytime I speak with you during this pandemic, and I say, IG, what are you doing? You are either in a taxi going somewhere, you are just coming from somewhere, and you always tell me, I've been painting, I've been delivering, I've been trying to make money to take care of myself and take care of my needs, because we are not able to go out. So you've been painting at home and selling. And you've been pushing because you have a vision to start the biggest studio, in your own words, in the Gambia, and be the biggest producer of paintings and of artwork in the Gambia. And IG, what is stopping you from doing that? What's stopping you from getting there today?
I'm really appealing for philanthropists, people that could reach out somewhere to just reach out to me, because most of the time her CEO have given me an opportunity just last year. I've been here for the mentorship for almost 2 years now. When I graduated, they give me an opportunity to pursue, to give me some amount of money that I can establish my business. So for the COVID-19, we can all see that resources are not that much available. But I'm using that resources to produce paint and resell it and gain my profit, save it, and produce another one and resell it as well, while I'm booking for other ones. So basically, resources is it's one of my biggest problem, one of my greatest challenge. But Alhamdulillah, of course, Coaches of Influence is making already my dream come true, because with the funds that they generated for me early when I graduated from my fourth I mentorship, I'm using that basically to equip myself and people around me for this COVID-19 period. So
So how
Great.
I'm basically grateful for my
is
mentors
how much
and for seeing me through.
how much is this because you're looking to improve on your art and also to invest in it. How much you talked about a camera. How much is this camera that you're looking to get?
Uh, it has three brands, of course. We have Nikon, Canon, and HD. I would prefer Nikon, which is one of the highest and most quality pictures. I asked about it some time back, and he said 80,000 for a new brand one in the Gambia here. So, but without a camera, I'm still doing my pictures and then portraying my story as it is.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, IG. You have a vision to have the biggest studio in the Gambia, doing
Yes.
photography, helping other young people in their poetry writing, painting, selling. You want to penetrate all offices in the Gambia and make sure that your paintings hang on every wall. You want to be a household name so you can be known in the Gambia. And that camera that you asked about that you need to begin your business is about $1,600. All right, that's a big dream, IG. But you know what? You are a girl of faith, and you know that nothing is impossible for those who believe. So we'll see what the
That's
future
right.
holds for you. But before you go, IG, we want you to recite one of your shortest poems so you can leave us with that. And don't go anywhere after the poem. Stick around because we'll bring you back towards the end. Can you
And
recite?
very short. There's a lot of
Okay,
people.
I just want to recite my this short poem. I just wrote it some time back, and it's one of my favorite poems. So it goes this way: Democracy is a process that you see, transparency, advocacy, and legitimacy. Election free and fair to cast in your votes for leaders that matters the most. I mean, leaders who cares about the education system, job security without any confusion. May the decision makers, not the takers, marginalize our hope as a community, but give us hope as a nation. In my nation, you can see so many hungry men and women, hungry not for food, but hungry for political and economic opportunities. Democracy, plutocracy, autocracy. Give birth not to a democratic state, but a good governance with a promising state. Empty not our brains with a new Gambia. Well, I say there is no new Gambia. There is a change of government occur from the dictatorial side to a democratic nation. Everybody perambulating on the social media expressing their grievance against the government. If the government stay battens to the hungers to the younger generation, we will not rise again. We will not cry again. This nation shall rise again. Youthful populations of this nation shall resign again. If the leaders do not give us a reason, let the opportunity begins with us. Talented youth could be utilized. Opportunity given could be a nightmare. When the burden is slow, run faster, because we could do better. That's my short piece that I have for you guys.
Wow. Ajikuma, did you hear that?
Yes, and also to the producer, I just want you to show her work again. Somebody is asking, they want to see her work. Yes, so can I see just a glimpse of her work? Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, I think our sound
Wow.
that. Beautiful. Thank
Actually,
you so much. Thank you so much.
Ajindumbe, you fill my heart with so much joy.
Thank
Go
you.
stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll bring you back towards the end. And that poem, I think it needs to hang on the walls of every government office. That's a cry from a young lady saying we need to be seen, heard, and given opportunities. This country needs to rise again. That's such an
And
encouragement.
Thank you so much.
and can I
Thank you so
commission
much.
her? can I commission her to do a painting for the Treasure Women Warriors? And we will not tell her what to do. Let her just paint something unique, and we will buy it, and it will go
Okay.
towards your camera. How's that?
I'll be excited to do that. It's my pleasure.
All right,
Thank you
all
so
right.
much,
You know,
Auntie Aji. Thank you so much.
it's always a pleasure to have you. Stick around. We will move on now to our designers, but stick around. Our design team. Where are my design people? Where is Fatunjai, Astuka, and Gananja? You know what? If I don't transform after this program, then nothing else will transform me. Because you young folk, oh my goodness, you young folk, you are challenging me. Fatunjai, Astuka, and Gananjai. We need you here. Where are y'all? Look at them. Look at these young designers. Oh my God, aspiring designers. So we don't have Fatu yet. So let me move on to Gananjai and Astuka. You know, one of you, Ghana, you are a daughter to Ajidafe, Ajinde Daffeh, who is the lady behind this brand and behind this program. And then the other, Astu, you are Ajikumba, our host daughter, and a niece to Ajinde. And you are children with a passion and with a vision for your lives. You are beautiful inside and out. We are proud of you. We are excited to hear from you. And ladies, young ladies, I understand you have a business. You are business partners, and you are ready to start your new business. So what is the name of your business? So your name is Ghana and the other one is Astu, and together you formed a business called Gan Astu. And Gan Astu is as a blend of your names, Ghana Astu, Gan Astu. So who helped you to pick this business name? Astu, we cannot hear you. Is Auntie Aji? We cannot hear you. Is it Auntie Ajinde? She helped you to pick the business name? Gan Astu. And you are planning to launch your business next year in 2021. So what are you doing today to prepare yourself for the launching? Because we are all ready to launch with you. And we need you to be very prepared. What are you doing now to prepare for this grand launching that we're going to have in 2021? Uh-huh. All right. You have a plan. You want to start with us on a small scale. That is what we call the startup. And in 2021, you want to take off and scale up. Wow. What a vision. Astu?
So what is your business? What is maybe we can ask Astu, what is this business that you're going to be in?
Ajikuba,
Okay, so this is a partner.
We cannot.
Okay, so this is the partnership. Can you tell us about why this partnership between the two of you? And we need to hear you because you're not loud enough. The question is, so you said this is a collaboration and a partnership between two wonderful young ladies, Ghana and Astu Ganastu. You said it's going to be a clothing and fashion accessories line. So why did you guys collaborate and come together? Why did you partner? Okay, so were there any challenges? I mean, let me ask Ghana this: were there any challenges in the beginning to set up partnership? Because partnerships are usually not very easy. Were there challenges in the beginning when you were setting up this partnership? Okay, can you speak on the challenges? Oh, you compromise. So Astu, can you talk about that compromise? How did you guys get to compromise?
We're not hearing, we're not really hearing what they're sharing.
Yeah, I can't really
I
hear.
mean, you are close to them, but with the rest of us cannot hear anything. Can you tell us what they shared?
You guys cannot hear them. We cannot hear them. Can you guys hear?
Their voices are fading.
Your voices are fading. They need to come closer to the mic and then speak loud.
It's better.
Can you guys hear her? Okay, so the question I ask you, you said it's a collaboration between the two of you. You said there were challenges in forming that partnership. So I ask you, what was the challenges? Can you repeat that, please, again? So I asked to tell me about that compromise. What does that compromise look like for us that are trying to understand and trying to get into partnership with other people? What does that compromise look like? That's true. You cannot have a business, one person is doing something and this other person is doing something else. So you guys had to come together to compromise. So it seems like listening to you, it looks like Ghana might be the marketing person because Ghana knows how to talk. And what do you bring into this partnership as to what are you good at in this partnership, in this design process? And can we see her work? Can we see maybe Astu's work in, so that when she's talking about what position she has in this design company? Wow, I like your drawing. Can we see the drawing again? I like the art. So you are the one who created this Astu. So this is your design. Can you talk to us about the different designs that we see on the on here? Okay. The flowers in the first design. I like that. What about the second design? Can we see the design on the page, producer? Okay, and then the third design? So you can go out with your friends, enjoy. So the third one. What about the fourth design? Okay. Can you guys hear? Because she's trying to explain. Were you guys able to hear what she was saying?
I can't really hear nothing that they're talking about.
Oh, you cannot hear anything.
Yeah.
It's fading. Okay, they could not hear. We're having some technical difficulties with them. So I don't know. Astu, can you try again? Can you guys hear her now?
No, not at all.
Is it possible for them to come over to you?
Okay, Astu, maybe come over. You guys come over here. Okay.
Because I have a final question for them.
Okay, so basically, sit down. Okay, so now the producer, let's have the design, because Astu is the creative mind behind the, Ghana is the marketer, and it's out there to market the products and of the company and to push the company. And Astu is the creative director of Ganastu, and she just showcased her design that she drew. So can you explain to us the different designs that you have here as a creative director of Ganastu?
Well, the first drawing that was there, I had a more planty vibe for flowers because I think many people would like that design. I was thinking of it being one of our main designs.
And then the second one?
The second one was a little bit more formal because people mostly are buying dresses to wear to formal places like parties or something.
So the third design?
The third design was more casual, so people can like go out with their friends. People would also, we would also be selling out a lot if we were to make these.
Okay, and then the third one?
And
the fourth one?
And the fourth one was another formal one that you can wear around.
So how did you get this passion for drawing and then taking it into a business?
Well, it all started when I was in Gambia at school. I used to like make little comics for my friends, and they started motivating me to like grow farther into the drawing. So I took more lessons. So I got better and better until I decided that I also wanted to put it in the collaboration in Ghana as too.
In Ghana as too. Okay. So Margaret, do you have any questions for them?
Yes, I was going to ask them a final question. Young ladies, you are very inspiring. You are feeding me. If I could roll back the clock and if I started with what you're doing now when I was your age, girl, today I would have been in Hollywood and Pap would have been designing for me. I started a little bit late, but I know that young ladies, you are in the lockdown and you are developing, you are behind the scenes developing your business plan, drawing, you are learning how to cut. The other day you shared that Auntie Aji Day gave you a loan and you have bought your little machines so you can start learning how to cut and make patterns and sew, because you are getting ready for this grand launching in 2021, which we are all excited about and we cannot wait. So the question I have for you is, what would you say to young people, young children like you, who are battling with the pandemic? You know, they don't know what to do. They're constantly complaining, I'm bored, I'm not seeing my friends, I'm not in school. But here you are in the pandemic and doing great things. What advice would you give children your age? How should they spend their time?
Okay, you want to start and then you finish? You can start.
I think that even though we're in a tough times right now, they can still power through and enjoy their time with their family, or even if they're by themselves, they can still enjoy. Find some hobbies that you would like, and then after pursue your dreams. Like maybe drawing, like I did, or sewing.
Awesome.
Okay, go ahead.
Or
And Anna?
Or like making stuff, creative stuff, or painting, or sewing, or making clothes, and we're learning to sew.
Wow. So you young ladies, you are not just whining and complaining about the lockdown. You're not just whining and complaining. You want your moms to be around you 24/7, but you're using your time. You are investing in yourself, developing your skills, developing those gifts in you, identifying who you are and where you want to go. We are so proud of you, and I want to be at the grand launching, so make sure you invite me next year. I want to come to the grand launching, and I want to be one of the people that support your brand. I want to be a brand ambassador, even though I'm not a child, because I know you are going to be making children's clothing, but I can buy for my daughters. So I'm proud of you girls. Keep it going, and we will see you at the top. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
We'll be honored to invite you to the opening.
All right, yay!
Me too.
The last question that I want to ask them, and it was probably reflected because it's a partnership between the two. I want you guys to give advice to people who want to form a partnership and are dealing with challenges. What are advices you have for them?
The advice I have, if you guys are having problems or difficulties, just remember you guys are partners, and remember you guys are working to each other, and remember you guys are gonna be friends, and you guys have to work straight with each other.
What about you?
Right. Woo, I wish I knew this 8 years ago. Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Well, even through like fights or arguments with your partners, just know that you have to work together with them. Sometimes it might be hard, but just know it's gonna benefit you at the end, and you might be able to become very good friends.
You know what? As to, I think a lot of us grown-up folks will take this advice and implement it so we can learn how to resolve conflict instead of becoming enemies. Thank you so much for that nugget. We appreciate you, young ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. See you at the launching.
See you.
All right, all right. This is so inspiring. I don't know who is online with me. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who's here with us, but I'm telling you guys, I don't need coffee right now. I am up and high on inspiration, high on motivation. I'm high. I have to go back and revisit my own personal plans because these young folk, y'all are disgracing the adults. Oh my goodness.
They are. I mean, Pa is here at the end of the.
So, Pap, this is now our coaching moment that I told you about. We have covered all of the talents in the house. We have talked about beauty. We have talked about fashion. We talked about creative arts. We talked about photography. We talked about painting. We talked about sewing. We talked about a whole lot: hair, makeup, eyelashes, the whole nine. And these are young people who are ready to explore everything they have in them to unleash it and become everything they were created to be. And there are many out there who are actually watching right now, and many who will be watching, who are confused or have decided to pursue something. So we want you to share with us. You are making headway into this industry, despite your origin, that you are from the Gambia, you are in the US, and you are parading in Hollywood, working with superstars, working with celebrities. Oh my God. I just want to shake the hands of one of your clients. And despite all the challenges that you encountered along the journey, here you are today telling us your story. So what tips and pointers would you like to share with our panelists and also with many youths out there who are interested in this industry? What tips and pointers would you like to share with them?
Well, I'm so super inspired by watching all these kids. They're so vibrant and full of life and creative, and they all spoke very, very well.
Yes.
What the first thing is just about you have to know that you're gonna have to work hard. It's not gonna be easy. You have to believe that you can make it. Otherwise you will not go anywhere, and you have to be passionate about what you do. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Always acquire knowledge about your field and network with always try to network with people. And if you are in a certain industry, and try to move towards the where those people are, you know what I mean, like where that industry is biggest. If you are an actor and live in Ohio, sometimes it can be very, very tough for you to just be seen and all that. Just keep sharing your work. keep putting it out there, network and more networking, and the rest is just like, there's no secret to it. You will really have to work hard in the beginning, and you own your own business, so you give up 9 to 5, you have to be ready for 24/7.
That's right.
So just keep pushing. Yeah, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Great. Thank you so much, Pap. And we would stick around still. We will bring our panelists forward, and we have a very pertinent question for them. We want to know what plans they have when it comes to their development. Whether they have a developmental plan, and if so, why do they think they need that? And if they don't, why not? And then we will bring you back to share with them why it is important to pursue being mentored or being coached to be successful in this business. You shared with us in the beginning, you didn't just get from nowhere into Hollywood. You said at a very young age, your dad was a tailor. You submitted yourself under your dad's leadership to learn. As an apprentice, you were running around buying sugar and tea and whatever was needed, and picking up and cleaning the atelier, doing whatever was needed, and you started to grow from that level to now being allowed to hold the scissors, to now being allowed to sit at the machine. You worked with your brother for so long. You could have started your own business, but you still stayed around by your brother's side because you needed to be coached and mentored for this great vision that you are now unleashing. So it is important for the young people who are in this lane, in this path, in these industries, and those out there who are aspiring to understand these things, that the greatest teacher, is the best learner.
Yes.
You cannot teach if you're not willing to learn. And so we will bring our panelists forward. We want to make sure that before they go, they each tell us whether they have a developmental plan and what does that look like. And if they don't have one, why not? All right. Oli, you want to go first? Just because you smiled.
So what is your question, you said?
Do you have a developmental plan? You shared with us that you are doing tutorials online. You invested in education here in the US to get trained, and because you have a vision to go everywhere and even take this to Gambia. And only we want you to know that what you carry is what you give. So if you don't have much in you, you will not go far and you will not stay long in the game. So we want to know, do you have a developmental plan for yourself besides the self-tutorials that you're doing now? In other words, we're talking about mentorship. Are you in any program, or do you have a plan to join any kind of mentorship program, or identify an individual or individuals to mentor you along this journey?
For now, I don't have nobody yet, but my plans right now is to open a store, start putting things together because I don't have a store. I use my home to have a small studio and do everything on my own. And I have a website. So everything I do, I sell on my website and individual, that's the only thing I do now. But my main plan is to open a store in the Gambia. And if I have the money to, why not? I will open a store here because this is where I live and I still have kids to grow, so I have to stay with them. But if I have the money, I will open a store in the US and then start selling things, then going back to Gambia, back and forth, and open a store in the Gambia too. This is my main plan right now.
So not only do you need a mentor in the industry,
yes,
to continue to guide you in this journey of developing your skills, but also you need even a mentor for the business side.
Yes.
So do you have any plans to find one?
I don't have plan yet, but I will definitely find one, inshallah.
Okay, please. We want to invest in that. Go ahead.
Sorry, you said what?
I said maybe from listening, because as a host, I'm here to help them.
I would really appreciate it.
I'm with you guys. Trust me. She's the moderator.
Okay.
I'm your mouthpiece.
Okay. Okay.
So when I hear you say, you want to open a store, you want to do all of this, and I think you need a business mentor because this business mentor, what it could do, it could really get you the numbers to really figure out how you can either is it more valuable for you to open a store, an online store, virtual store, an actual store, because there's a lot of platforms that you can sell your merchandise through
Yeah.
without having to have the biggest overhead. So I
Right.
think a business mentor would be critical for you, as well as somebody, a strategist, who is able to look at your numbers, look at what you want to do, and advise you on the best way to go about it without having a big overhead. And these are great opportunities. And also, not only a business mentor, but somebody to help you, show you the way to even find yourself, because you said several things about you have children, you want to be with your children. So whatever business you do, whatever platform you, whatever storefront, because storefront now is not only a brick and mortar, meaning that you walk into the store. A storefront can mean so many things. It could be virtual. It could be having watch parties. It could be so in many different platforms. So I think this would be a great opportunity to ask you, what exactly do you want from this platform?
Okay. First of all, I need a loan. You
I
know.
like it. I like it.
I hear
I
you,
like
Tony.
Yeah, I need a loan, first of all. And the second thing is, I don't mind to have a business partner too. And the third one too, I would love to have a brand ambassador, who can support me and like try to share my job out there. Yes, that's all I need right now.
All
okay.
right.
Yes.
Fair game. We all heard it. So Ajinde, who is the visionary behind all this that we are doing, she has a vision. So we are going to very soon we'll bring her on, and she will be able to take everything you're sharing and she will tell us where we're going from here. So stay tuned. Thank
So
you all.
very quickly now, just go through all of them, so that, because Aji, we need to bring Aji on. So
Yes.
very quickly, what do you need from this platform? What do you want this platform to represent to you going forward? And what do you expect from this platform? All of you, very quickly.
Ida?
Can I go ahead? Oh, Ida.
Yes,
Okay.
Ida.
You already spoke. So thank you, Oli. We covered you. Thank you.
We got you.
Ida, we cannot hear you, even though it doesn't look like you're muted, but we can't hear you. No, we can't. Okay, so
Let's
whilst
go to Fanta while
let's go to
she's
Fanta
getting
for now.
sorted out. Fanta?
Okay. Very quickly, I am in the developing stages of what I want to do. And I think ultimately I want to be a multi hyphenate. Like I mentioned before, I have a passion in different talents that I have. So I would like to develop each as I go. I think the most important thing for me, or the main thing I want to gain from this platform, is mentors and also other youths that I can connect with and collaborate with so we can grow together. Right now, I'm just learning and creating as I go. So I'm in just learning with through mentors. I would love to learn through mentors, but also teaching myself, taking more courses, getting equipment that I need, and also creating as I go to be better at the things that I'm doing. So I also have been teaching myself to produce music because I also write music. So I've been producing some songs that are hopefully will be coming out soon. And also I've been trying to connect with people and build my photography clientele both here and in the Gambia. That way I could just expand myself as a freelance photographer full time and also an artist. And I also write. I have a blog where I like to share my thoughts and ideas, as well as my YouTube channel. So through this platform, I would like to direct people to my work. Hopefully they can go see the things that I create through YouTube, my blog, my music, my photography, be inspired, and also collaborate with me. So yeah, mainly that's what it is, and I'm really glad to have met you all. I hope that you guys will be able to mentor me in the future, And I admire all of the panelists who are here, the makeup artists. I think we can all work and connect together. If I have a shoot, you can do the makeup. If you do makeup and you need a photographer, I can, take your pictures. If you're a writer, a painter, you could paint some of my pictures. We could just all inspire each other and grow from each other. So that's what I look forward to.
Woo, God, you
I
are
love it.
ambassador.
Networking.
Yeah.
You are an ambassador. I love it. I love it. Ida, are you ready now? Thank you so much, Fanta. Ida, are you ready? Oh, you are still. We still can hear you. There's something with your audio that's not working. So, producer, can we get someone else on the screen? Ajindumbe.
I think we've covered Numbe because Numbe
Okay.
has talked about it. So we
Okay,
can go to
we've
next.
covered Ajindumbe. So let's move on. Can we have either Josephine or Jatu? Can we have Josephine, Jatu? Any one of them available? Or Fatu? Maybe they're not online. So Kumba, for now, instead of waiting, I will just go ahead and wrap up this piece of the reason why we are asking for their developmental plan and the reason why we are asking them what this platform can do for them and trying to bring out of them that awareness that they are not an island and they need someone to journey with them, because most of them are already carrying the title of CEO, or they are planning to be the CEOs of their business. Well, CEO is the pinnacle of leadership. And it's a level, and to get to this level you need to have traveled a journey of growth and development in your career. So, and this journey of leadership is supposed to be a top to bottom approach. You start as an apprentice, you grow to become this designer that's designing for celebrities. It begins with the bottom. It begins from the bottom and you walk your way up. And they all have great plans. They all have good vision. And to accomplish these lofty goals, it is just important that they bring someone along in the journey to be around them, to teach them, and they must have a teachable spirit so they can learn. That's the way to grow. And I think that is one message we're trying to get through on this platform, and that's what Pap was talking about. That's what we are talking about, and I think that's what Aji may talk about.
Yes, and I think we need to look at the CEO label and position.
Right.
Most of these young people, I am the CEO of this and this and this and that, and you have said it. So I think that approach also needs to be looked at. What is a CEO? What does a CEO does?
Mm-hmm.
And how many years do you get to build yourself to get to that position? And I think what I would like to see and hear more of, creative people, creative director or creative apprenticeship and all that stuff, starting from that bottom, as you said, bottom up approach to building a business that becomes a CEO eventually. Because when we first start up in our businesses, we're not CEOs.
Right.
They're actually business developers.
Right.
We're not CEOs, we're business developers. Is how can we become, from apprenticeship to learning about our craft, to mastering our craft, to bettering our craft, to moving from craftsmanship to being somebody who totally is an artisan, and to get to a point where you have managed your business and have branch off and have different subsidiaries to move up to be at that CEO level. And I think that's what needs to be done to help them from a business developer to that creative art, to being a creative director, to being a CEO of their own brand. And I think there's the trajectory that you move from starting from a developer, the idea, developing it, and setting up the business, and working at nurturing it and getting it to the next level, to a point where people see it, they believe in it, they want to invest in it. And I think this is critical here in terms of investment, because the greatest ideas that have ever been had most of these people didn't have the money. It is other people that saw the idea and believed in the idea and invested in that idea. So we have to be able to differentiate that. I just wanted to bring that into the conversation before we move to the next level. Yeah.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Kumba. So I think we will bring Josephine so you can ask her what she expects from this platform. And I think when we're done with Josephine, my job will be well done. And I can hand over and step aside so you can bring the lady of the hour, and we can move on from here to hear her vision and where she's going.
So, Josephine, we're just wrapping up. From listening to you, we just want to know, what do you expect from this platform? Because we're not only here to bring people to talk and then just, this becomes one of those Zoom meetings where everybody comes and give share ideas and everybody leaves. I want this to be something that creates a network for all of you, because we have content creators here, we have photographers, we have makeup artists, we have designers here. And also the next tomorrow there's going to be another segment that we have, and they're going to be major designers in that segment. They're going to be investors in that segment. There's going to be fashion curators in that segment tomorrow, and they're going to be hearing all of these things that are happening here today. And these people are going to be critical in mentorship, in taking this to the next level. There's going to be handbag designers. They're going to be artists in that. They're going to be people who can really propel, get your business to the next idea. They're going to be investors who might be able to interested in investing. What do you need this platform to do for you?
Right. For me, as of right now, I would love to have someone mentor me, because when it comes to my company, like when creativity, for me, I feel like that's the easy part. But when it comes to the business side of things, that's where I kind of have issues, because I don't understand the business side of things too well. So I would love to have a mentor that could show me the ways in that part of things. And also, what I was thinking of doing in terms of long term, I was thinking of basically developing the Gambian economy through manufacturing, like apparel manufacturing. So what I would like to get from this platform would be investment, like someone that is willing to invest in, to just invest in that idea, if that makes sense.
So I want you to be bold right now. I want you to be bold. There's somebody on this platform. I don't want you to say, well, I want, no. Who do you want to mentor you? Be bold. Tell that person what you want. And I just want you to go to the bull's eye. Do that. Be bold.
Have Jang.
There you go, girl. There you go.
You have bold, go to the bull's eye. The bull is right here. Talk to Pop. I want you to talk to Pop right now. Tell Pop what you want.
Pop, I would love your hi.
I'm listening.
I would love your intelligence in this industry. I mean, you've been doing it for so long, and it seems like you've got like the rope. Like you understand the business side of things. So I would really love for you to mentor me.
I would love to. I would love to. It's great. We're in the same city. So
yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you run downtown a lot, to the fashion district a lot and everything.
I live like 10 minutes away from downtown. Hello.
I'm downtown. So I'm literally the middle of downtown and heart of downtown.
Literally my view is downtown. So
there you go. So we will connect. I would love to just, share everything I know, walk you through the ropes and, and everything, and we'll definitely connect. This is great that we're in the same city. That makes it even better.
Yeah. And I just want to say your work is phenomenal. Like,
Thank you.
when I saw your work, and I was chatting to my mom about you, and I was like, oh my days, like his style and my style kind of like connect.
I can see that.
So I'm like, yeah, I would love to really do something with him.
Means a lot to me. I'll take it seriously. Let's get it. Like I said, it's even easier that we're in the same city. Makes it easier. You'll be here, I'll be here, and then we'll connect. I'll send you my info, and then we can just definitely take it from here.
And Pop, I advocate for them. Whatever they don't say, I'm going to say it for them.
I see that.
I'm advocating for them. Like,
yeah,
now,
that's one thing you should learn in business too, right?
And I'm an introvert. And it's hard for me to express my thoughts. So I do most of my expressing through like my work and my style. Like, that's how I communicate. But for me to to tell people what I'm thinking is kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So I love this platform that it's really like putting me out there. So
that's good. You're gonna need to do more of it because you're gonna have to explain your work.
So now, can I get in here? Josephine, there are two things I'm going to do for you on this platform. Two things.
Okay.
So now you ask for a mentorship. That's not enough. What I want you to ask Pop, can you be a Pop's apprentice?
Absolutely.
And then the second one, you're taking it further. You are a girl, you're not asking. And then you have another coach right here. You have a problem articulating yourself, getting to communicate. They also another coach who is my own personal coach. So I am going to ask you to also talk to her about the possibility of coaching you. So you have two people here to be can not a mentor, for you to become an apprentice for Pop, and then two, coaches of influence. How can coaches of influence help you become this influencer, become this fashion guru that you're trying to be? So that, I think, will probably take it away from all of these things, but you have all of these resources here. So I'm asking for a mentorship, not a mentorship, an apprenticeship is what I'm asking for. I'm also asking coaches of influence. How can coaches of influence actually mentor you to just be, you can communicate, go walk into a boardroom and talk about your brand, talk about yourself, sell yourself as a brand.
Yeah.
So two things, okay?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And even Pop, I know there are other people that right now. Oli is saying that she would like to be connected to also Hollywood.
Yes, I heard. Oli for sure. All of these things, like, it's good that I know that I have my people in different areas of this industry and everything. When I'm on set, when you're on set, you hear all types of stuff. Oh, is there anybody doing this? Do you know anyone that does that? And now I will take all this information and I will definitely start forwarding through. And anything I can do to help, because I just like to add that I'm really, really happy about this, because this was something that always kept, that I had in my mind, like, how do I participate? How do I help? How do I share the knowledge? Because you often find yourself just sending all the contacts to other groups instead of just, like Josephine, I didn't know there was a young designer that makes such beautiful, beautiful clothes in Los Angeles. I can, right now, for product placement, if somebody is calling me for a star to just put on something on a photo shoot or to go out somewhere, I can be like, oh, check out this line. See, this young lady has this beautiful clothes that you can put it on such and such and such. And this is great. This is amazing. I really commend you guys for putting this together.
All right, thank you. And Pop, wait, I see some things behind you. Can you just explain to us before we go to the lady of the hour, and to tell us what are those samples behind you? What is going on?
Oh no, these are patterns. I'm sure Josephine already know. These are patterns. I often talked about them. These are like if you would talk about a house, this will be the blueprint of the clothes. You know, you can hand one of these to like to anyone. Let me see what I can find.
It's like the basic block of a garment.
Yeah. So basically, I can hand this to Josephine right now, or to anyone. They can just make the stuff that I already made, and I can also digitize these ones. And let's say we're working with a factory in China. I have a client. I already created this. I created a sample. Now they want to produce 10 or 15,000 pieces, and they want to go to China and produce it. I can just email it to China, and that factory can run it without having to, and you could, she can put it, in archives for everything. She can always print them out instead of just keeping the actual patterns themselves.
If I could add something to that, you mentioned, I wanted to say this earlier, but you just mentioned about like resourcing like your patents to be manufactured in China.
Yeah.
What I would want to see for Gambia is us to go back to our Western part and manufacture our own stuff.
Exactly.
Also have other continents and other countries come and manufacture their stuff with us.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I would love to grow that, but that's like way in the future. So.
Yeah. It's definitely possible. It's definitely a possibility. I want to take everything I know about this. I want to start manufacturing in Gambia and still have the contracts from here. It's not far-fetched at all. You can go out there, you can create jobs over there, you can have your factory there, create jobs, train people how to run it and everything. The process is so much different. They can save so much time with the stuff that you could bring out there with a factory in Gambia and everything else.
All right, we're going to move the conversation. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope all of you that are listening, you will share this with your network, and you will also make sure your kids who are very, very artistic and also very creative and very talented in the arts, you get to share this information with them, because we've shared very, very pertinent and great information and very relevant information here that could help so many people out there that are trying to find their way into the beauty, into the creative industry, and the arts. So now we want to the hour we've all been waiting for. The woman behind all of this thing, the wing beneath my wings. This woman is just so creative. This woman is very passionate. This woman is all about precision for her. This woman is a shining beacon of hope for design. I mean, this woman makes us look confident. She makes us look good in her design. We take her designs all over the world. We wear it. We invest in her. We talk about Ajidefe design. The moment we wear her clothes, it transforms us into another being. The confidence that oozes out. Who are you wearing? Ajidefe designed. Ajidefe designed. This woman did something about her clothes. I am not kidding. When you wear it, she is blessed that way. You feel a different vibe. You feel differently about yourself. This woman is visionary. This woman, this amazing platform that has been created here today, please share this so that a lot of people will come and listen to this vision behind this. She is going to be unveiling the Hope Collection tomorrow. And there's going to be another amazing, amazing platform tomorrow that we're going to be sharing with fashion curators, the economists, investors, designers, artists. I mean, it's just going to be amazing creative minds that are coming tomorrow. Today, this hour, we introduce Aji Daffeh, the name, the person, the personality behind the Aji Daffeh design. Aji Daffeh, welcome to this platform. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I'm
Aji, we cannot hear you on this end. We cannot hear you at all. The producer is asking, can you go sit with Kumba?
All right, maybe I can actually excuse myself since the lady of the hour is here, Dr. Margaret Ellis. I would let you do me the honor of talking to this amazing, wonderful woman.
All right, thank
My,
you. Awesome.
Aji, are you? I'm so proud of her. I love her. She's my better half. She completes me.
We
This
all
woman,
love
we all love.
her.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Um, Let me see. Is it okay? First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to every one of you that answered the call, and to this great, amazing platform, forum, talking about fashion, lifestyle, beauty, bien-être. Uh, I would like to say thank you very much to a partner, a great. He's a mentor. He's going to mentor these kids, and Babjan. The respect I have for you is priceless. It's matchless, and thank you very much for answering the call when I called you and told you about this project. You took it on. You ran with it, and today you were my star. You were the star of this event, and I thank you very much. And thank you very much to Nadia, our producer, who is actually the founder of my Sisters Keepers, for on a short notice getting all these projects done, and giving us this stellar, fabulous platform, and making it world class, because we know that the Daffeh brand is all about uh, doing things to perfection, and the pursuit of excellence is very important to us. So thank you for really allowing that and giving us that quality that is needed. And Nadia, you are a partner in crime. You are going to be a great partner to the Daffeh brand. And also, thank you very much for taking on the responsibilities, also to being a mentor to some of these girls, because she had a conversation with me already. She's like, I want to work with Fanta, and great things are actually happening. Great things have been happening for the past week. And I thank you also, Dr. Margaret Ellis, for being my coach for this past month or a few weeks, especially a week ago. For the past 1 week, you've worked with me. You've allowed me to channel my leadership skills, and to really, really focus and get ready for this panel and the panel that's going to happen tomorrow. We could not have done it without all of you. And then I want to say a big thank you to the panelists. These are young, amazing individuals, young talent, inspiring talent. They inspire me so much. Today I've learned so much from all of you. And when we were thinking about the project that we were going to do tomorrow, focusing on fashion, lifestyle, wellness, beauty, of course, this youth channel the youth panel wasn't actually part of the matrix. But I think for me, this is the best panel for me, even yet we haven't had the panel tomorrow. But the fact that we're able to hear from the young talent, because for me, legacy is in what is the question I always ask myself: what is my legacy? And and that is the question is, what do I want to be remembered for? And this is what I want to be remembered for, because I want to be remembered being someone. I get emotional when I talk about this. I'm gonna try not to cry, because just listening to these kids, because paying forward is the best thing that could happen to anybody. Somebody was there to hold my wings and support. So today it becomes my responsibility and thank executive creative director of the Daffeh brand, being able to see all this talent. And if I had the opportunities that they had today and to be able to listen to them and have the whole world pay attention to who they are and what they're doing, I think I could have been better. And for me, that was the emotional part for me, that I can see this and I can hear it and we can see it come to life. Mentorship is very valuable. Having someone there to encourage you is very valuable because it allows you to build your confidence. It allows you to be your best self. It also allows you to love yourself first, because when you love yourself and you value yourself, it's amazing what you can do for yourself and for others. Because being in this world is all about humanity. It's not what we have done for ourselves, but how have we brought people with us, bring them to that summit. Because being on that summit by yourself, it's very lonely. It's not very comforting. And it doesn't build self-esteem and confidence. So for me to be part of this platform, I am honored. And the question that's being put forward, I had something written, but I had to put that down because I wanted to speak from the heart. And in speaking from the heart, I think whatever comes to mind is what I'm speaking right now. So it's not scriptured, it's not structured, because I don't want to speak on it from a paper or I want to speak from a heart. And talking about what is next. What is next? Because we are not about just talk, we are all about action. I think we've spent a whole entire week to map out what is next. And with Pop being there today, I think we've made some revelations today, and we've made stride as well, because all these young ladies are going to be on a journey that is structured, that is supportive, that we will, and my Sisters Keepers has also taken a huge lead in picking up and in mentoring, in also finding PR managers for these young talented individuals, so they can continue to work on their talent and use their creative minds. Because as I was coming up in my business, the Daffeh brand has been in existence for over 20 years. So what I know now, if I had known it 5 years ago, I think I would have been better positioned in marketing my brand, in getting it to higher heights, because we are still in the journey, we're still learning. And that is what I'm excited and thrilled to say, that is not what happened to me, would not happen to these young creative minds. So I ask for all of you to come in solidarity. If there's an area of expertise that you are well vested in and you can come in, you can support, please do send me a message. As well as we have the coaches of influence who will take on a huge role and responsibility in building these young women's talent, confidence, communication skills, and also harnessing that unleashing that power within. And how do we unleash that power within? Because once we're able, I call it breaking the box. When you break the box, and we will break the box with this young talent, we'll start with them. They will sit on the box and be like ready to take flight. And they will use that box that they have broken out of the box to fly. And that's where these great talented mentors, Pap Jine, and because everybody who's here today was here for a reason. The coaches of influence is here for a reason. The Treasure Inc. group was here for a reason. So these are and also Pap was here for a reason. The sisters, my sister's keepers was here for a reason. The Daffeh brand is also here for a reason. So we are here. We will support, and there's a lots of other entities that are here on this platform that I invited, that I shared it with them. They're here for a reason. So this is what I wanted to share with you. I'm speaking from her heart, and asking all of you to participate, to be there to support. And to the makeup artists, I want to work with you. I want to do a huge collaboration with you. Because we would start with us. Because collaboration is a problem that we as Africans we have. Because we believe in being in our own corner and doing our own greatness, and being our own phenomenal people. But it's amazing what one can do when we all come together. It's amazing what we can accomplish. So I will start with this young talent. We will work together. We will collaborate. We will do the best photo shoots. We will do starting with Fanta. I will hire Fanta in the next 2 weeks, because we're going to be redirecting and relaunching the Daffeh brand. So Fanta, I will be using Fanta to take the photography work, because she lives because I am in the DC area and she's in the DC area. I will also work with Oli to do the hair and makeup, and we will find a supermodel who will be able to. So it will start this collaboration. This mentorship will start with us, and you will see in the next 2 weeks. You will see us in action. You will see that this is not about just conversations. This is all about talking the talk and walking the walk. So I celebrate all of you. I thank you, all of you, and I invite you tomorrow to the unveiling of the Daffeh Hope Collection, which is inspired by health. Because as we all know, cancer is something that I'm very passionate about. This Hope Collection was inspired by that, and all the proceeds that will come out of that will go. 50% of the proceeds will go to support two of our warriors that are going to be survivors in the fight against cancer in Senegal that are getting treatment. So these are some of the things I wanted to share with you. I invite you all to tomorrow to the panel. I invite you all, and I wanted to take this opportunity to bring back a young lady, Ajindumbe. Is there any way we can have Ajindumbe come back to the platform here with me, Dr. Margaret Ellis?
Yes, miss, I'm here.
It's in the house.
Hi, Aji. How are you?
I'm fine, Andy Kumba. Greetings.
I don't think she can. Her
This
mic
is
is.
Adinde, Adikumba's twin sister.
I can hear you, Andy Kumba.
Hi, Aji.
Yes, Andy Kumba. I'm hearing you.
Aji, are you there? Can you hear me?
We can
Andy
hear you.
Kumba. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Andy Kumba, I can hear you.
You can hear me, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So, Aji, I wanted to. I have been listening to your conversation, because I am. I love your photography work, and I cannot wait for a collaboration between the two of us. And we are going to start that collaboration now, because we are going to put together a project.
Wow.
Because I have some looks in the Gambia, and I'm going to hire you to do a photo shoot in the next week, because I have some few amazing pieces that I would like to add to my website that we are launching in the next 2 weeks. So we will talk about that offline. But what I wanted to also talk to you about, because I know that I've seen your talent, and I know that there's something that's keeping you from from really harnessing your talent. And you talked about getting your cameras, correct? And getting all this professional stuff that you need to really move on to the next level. I understand,
Yes.
because I just recently, Ajit, I bought myself a professional camera, because for the past 2 months, I have a passion to go into fashion photography and videography. So I've been learning and working on that. So I've got all these amazing stuff. So I hear you. So now I want to use this opportunity to see how we can come together, because I'm a social entrepreneur, giving back to the community and doing right by people in our community is what we focus on. It's one of our biggest values. So I want us to raise funds for you, so we can help you get that 1,600 US dollars that you need to get to the next level. And with that, wow, I'm going to have Dr. Margaret Alice talk about that, because I feel good today. And all of you that are on this platform, I challenge you to support this young lady. And I wanted us to, if we can have the opportunity to see her work again, that would be great. To support her get these cameras that she needs. So Ajindume, I want to ask you this question.
Yes.
I want to ask you this question. Why do you think you deserve for us to rally together in solidarity to get you this 1,600 US dollars that you need to move forward?
I believe in myself so much, and to begin with, I believe I do not just have a dream. I have a passion, and I have a nation to inspire. So having said that, I believe and I know very well that I deserve this. And when someone will ask why, because I believe that I could make so many things that are hidden. I could depict so many stories that people will be inspired. I can make so many people connect to me in my story, and they're able to see themselves through my brand.
You have to give me a reason why. Because again, I have my money, and everybody that's listening to you, why would we've seen your work, and there's no question about your talent. Because for me, there's always an emotional connection to my money. And if I'm going to give my money, and I think I'm speaking for everybody, if they're going to support you in this venture, I need to know why. I can put my resources, your talent, I'm not questioning it. But why do you think I should put that money, and everybody should rally with you and get you those resources that you need to get the camera and so on and so forth? Because you have to sell it to me, Eji, and to the rest of the world.
All right, come on now, Aji. You have a vision, you have dreams. You and I have the privilege to talk a lot. Oh, I think she just froze. Oh, she froze. That's what the producer said. But we talk a lot. She's in our mentorship program with CEO Coaches of Influence Foundation. Mm-hmm. And this woman has a lot of dreams. So I know that she will be able to speak to her needs. We'll just get an opportunity to come back. And in the meantime, Aji, you know what? Truly, I want to be like you when I grow up. You know, working with you this past month has unleashed something in me that was hidden. We always have an opportunity to grow and to learn. And I work with youth. That's what our foundation does, is working with youth and women. But 80% of our work currently is centered on youth. And so I am a firsthand teacher and learner of what goes on in the life of young people, especially in the Gambia, where we have a program running. And what you have done today in this platform, just this vision and this idea, these are all young people that were walking around trying to fight their way forward and trying to fight to bring their stories alive and to bring their skills alive. And a lot of people don't even believe in them. A lot of people think that young people just make noise and they just loud and they just needy and they're always asking for this, that, and the other. But no one, few people take the time to really sit back and dialogue with them, to really dig deep and find what their passion is and why they do what they do. So this platform today has given them that opportunity to speak to the hearts of people and speak to the minds of people watching, and have a unique opportunity they usually don't have, is to be heard. The reason young people are disruptive, they call them disruptive and this and that, is because they're just shouting, can someone hear me? When you give them an opportunity to be heard, they will rather be working on their brands and developing themselves than being in a riot. But they are in a riot because they are not heard. So I really thank you for this opportunity and this platform. And I hope that everyone watching understands the value that this brings to the young people that were in this platform and a million others that will be inspired by stories they heard today. These are young people with limitations because of where they're located or their family dynamics or what happens in their community. Like Ajinumbe told us that, she just has to wake up and fight and push and look for opportunities for mentorship. This young lady is in 3 mentorship programs in the country. She's in our program for the 2nd year, and she's in other mentorship programs. She's just running and unleashing. And in every program where she belongs, she unleashes something. And if those programs were not existing, she would not have had any opportunity to unleash. All of this would have been sitting in her and dying. And when you have too much talent in you, you cannot sit still. That's why they're disruptive, because they have so much in them and they need an opportunity. They need a space to release it. And if they're not given that space, they have to show it in a negative way. So thank you so much for this platform. And I hope everyone sees your vision.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start. Margaret, is there any place where we can start to donate to support Aji in her journey to getting this camera? Because I am very passionate about her work. I'm in awe because I mean, how old is Aji?
Aji is in her early 20s.
So Aji,
very young.
A young.
She just told us that last year they told her that she could not compete in Egypt because this was for youth 25 years and above, and she wasn't even 20 yet. And they said, you can't do this, you cannot compete. And she said, I believe I can. And she went there 3 days late, and she came home with a trophy as a second prize winner of painting on stage in the moment. That's how much talent she has. So yes, a place to donate.
Why should we donate to this cause for Aji? Why should we do that?
As her mentor and someone that coaches her directly, I know that Aji has a need financially because in her family and her family dynamic, she just doesn't have the resources to support her vision. And she is very limited in resources. She is very limited economically. She has a big vision to start this business, and we've all heard what she shared, but she's not able to support it. Right now in the COVID-19, to maintain herself and support people around her family, she had to paint constantly and run out to deliver so she can bring some income home. So it's just that she needs it. She doesn't have the support at home. She doesn't have the support around her. She doesn't have a family that can invest in what she's doing and invest in her vision. So she needs people like us to step in and invest where other people cannot. So this young lady can realize her vision.
All right. All right. So I want you, can you bring Pap? Can Pap come back to the screen? Can we bring Pap Jan to the screen? Yeah. So Pap.
Yes, I did. Good to finally see you here.
You heard, right? Pap, you know what, man? You are just amazing. There's no one like you. I am so honored and to share this platform with you. You are just incredible. I just love you more. I just love your work. I respect your work. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you for thinking of me. Thank you for bringing me on. And I really commend you for putting this together. This is very important.
I am not going anywhere else without you. I'm going wherever we're going. I think we've started something big, and it's going to continue.
Let's get it.
Now, Pap, I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna try to commit everybody. I am going to. I know that there's a Zelle account that is actually that Dr. Margaret has for this young lady. I am going to commit $100. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put $100 towards Aji's. So between today and tomorrow, we are going to challenge each other for us to all to contribute towards Aji's journey. So I'm going to commit $100 towards her her journey, the camera that she needs. And I'm engaging you to commit as well. I'm engaging everybody to, because it starts with us.
So since you do 100, so I'll do 2.
Oh.
So hopefully we can start that trend.
All right, let me get in here before the bar gets raised even higher.
Okay, go ahead, because girl, let me tell you, we're gonna get this money for her. We're gonna get this. So now we have $300.
Okay, so I'm gonna match Pop's 200. I'm gonna match that up because I'm just gonna try to get in before Aji before because the bar is being raised right now. Coaches of Influence Foundation and the entire family, my family, will chip in $200 to support Aji get her equipment.
So that means that, okay, then I'm gonna up my game because I cannot be at the $100 when everybody is $200. So
well, there you go.
I'm gonna go $250. I'm going $250.
Ooh,
all right.
Now,
there you go.
How much money do we have? We have how much do we have? $650, right?
Yeah, we
all
are
right.
650.
And the producer, Nadia, says that her organization, My Sister's Keeper, will donate $300 towards this.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay.
Did you say $300?
So we're at 900 already.
Yes, 300.
So
we're at 950.
So we're at 950. So
yes.
Now, I mean, push the button there. So we are. Where's my presidente, el presidente, le président de la présidence. You know, and let me tell you, the treasure women warrior. You guys are the bomb. So what are you guys gonna do here? Let me this is in your hands, Kumba. So
you're dealing with a same person.
Have to raise money for this young lady, and you know, and you guys that are watching, please, no amount is too small. We want you. What can you do? What can you guys?
Yeah.
Let me see comments here. Let me see some commitments here. Haita, I see Bao Queen. Haita is here. I see all of you guys that are here. I see Mariam. You guys are all here. What can we do to help be a part of this journey and build our legacy? Because we're building our legacy.
That's right.
Oh, look at, she's crying. You know, you deserve it, lady. You deserve it.
Let me tell you, this young lady.
You deserve it.
She shared with us earlier.
$950 so far, my dear, too. So we're so close.
Yes, she shared with us earlier that when she graduated from our program last year, we gave her some funds.
Excuse me. We have Mariam Guy from Nene Yayash, who's going to be on our platform tomorrow. She is giving $100. $1,050.
All right. So we're going to raise and just keep raising, because this young lady does not just need a camera. She told us here that she wants to have a studio in the Gambia. So we are just going to keep going. Let's just keep going. She needs her studio set up, and let's just keep going. And Nadia, I think that you have already posted the information online.
I'm really on fire. I'm fired up. I'm all fired up. So now let's talk to Kumba. Let's talk to Madame la Présidente. Madame la Présidente, I know you. I know you're gonna push the envelope. I don't know. Maybe my camera is not on. I don't know. Is my camera on? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you and we can hear you clearly.
You can hear me?
Yeah, she's gonna take us to the finish line. I'm pretty sure. We can't hear her though.
Okay, let me come over there. Girl, come over here. Come over here. Come over here, my dear. We got this. We got this. You see, we're twins, so she had to come over here.
That's right.
We got this. So, Madame la Présidente, let me give you let me give you the plan. Let me push the start. So, what do you have to say, my dear?
You know, Treasure Worry Women, you know we don't do anything for nothing. You know the women, we just don't say I give you. I am not part of just I give you culture. You know me, you Margaret, you guys all know me.
Yes.
I don't just give things just because I give things.
But this one?
No, just
this
listen.
One? Okay.
Just listen.
Okay.
She has a talent, an amazing talent. And there has to be something for something.
Right.
She's an artist. I happen to be an art lover. I mean, you know, I love art.
Right.
So what I want her to do is to create a masterpiece, right? And I want the creative aspect for her to think about what that is going to be, and then present to us an artwork. And I can maybe put a dollar value to the artwork.
Can you do that? Can you do that for us?
So
she's gonna do. I've seen her work. I've seen her work.
So I would have just loved just for just to receive the artwork and just give the money. That's what I would prefer.
But just start the commitment. Just say something. just you're gonna add value to it when you want to get it, and you know, art is sometimes is what it's worth to you. But let's get the ball rolling. So where would you start?
Okay. So okay, now this is what we're gonna do. Where are you guys at right now? At 1,150?
Yeah, 1,150.
Okay, because we have to give other people the opportunity to invest in
that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So now I think the Treasure Warrior Men will buy this painting for $300. How's that?
Okay. So now $300. Pop, can you do me the math? Because I'm too excited to.
So we're at
1,150 plus
so
plus
450, 1,450.
1,450.
So 1,450.
Huh?
We almost there. We 350 away.
Yeah, 1,450. That's where we are.
So no, Pop, we're 200 away.
I have the calculation here. So these are the commitments so far. We have two $200 commitments. We have one $250, one $300, and then we have 300. So we're at 1,300.
1,350.
Okay.
So we are
450 away then.
$300 away.
So $300 away.
We're $300 away from what? Okay. What are we looking at? 1,600. We're 250 away from 1,600.
Oh, 1,600? Yeah, we're 250. If it's 1,600, then yeah, we're 250 away.
250 away, and then from that point on, it's just anything. Anything goes.
We're there. I didn't know we're almost there. Don't worry.
Almost there. Let me tell you, this is amazing. So anybody that is actually engaged here, anybody that's actually on the thread, and you still want to do, you can do it afterwards. You don't have to do it here if you don't want to, but if you can, this young lady needs our support. She's talented. She's amazing. Can we have her stuff again, back up, and her story? And Margaret, can you just tell us her story one more time?
Yes. So when she shared her story earlier, she told us that the part that she didn't tell us is how the teacher identified her skill, what else the teacher did to identify it. Not only was she drawing faster and quicker than all the other kids in the classroom, not only was he very, very drawn to this art class, but the teacher noticed that according to the story she shared with me, the teacher noticed that she was always very quiet,
Hear
very,
from
very reserved.
Aji,
Yes,
Aji,
she's there.
you currently, for this camera, this equipment that you need to start, you are at 1,350 right now. So you are $250 away from this goal of $1,600 to get this. So what do you have to say to people? You are $250 away. You see, oh my God, network in Gambia.
I think she's moving. Okay, she's there.
I'm moving. There we go. You have 200 and you have 250 away from this amazing goal. What do you have to say to people? Why do you deserve this camera? Why do you deserve this equipment?
Believe that I just want to say thank you first for I wasn't expecting that anyway. I'm sure that this is not going to be a waste for anybody who donated because I'm going to utilize it so that I move on to the next level. I'm so grateful.
But you still are not, you see, I am the one who's here for you. I am an advocate for you guys on this platform. I am asking you one more question. Use that poetic skills to talk to people, to say, why do you deserve to get to another $250?
I need the money, I don't have it.
No, that is not good enough. I need the money, I don't have it. It's not good enough.
I think you better tell your story.
I want to hear because
That's all we're all waiting for. We are all waiting for your story.
Margaret, you're gonna have to coach on that one. That at least you have something to after this.
I did in private, but we're still working on the public one. The public version.
Oh, okay.
We in private, we have gotten to that point. We have broken through, so I know the entire story, but we are working on the public version.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
I'm so excited.
Are you crying? Why?
I'm so excited.
Why are you excited?
Because this is like a dream come true to me. I don't expect anything like this, but I believe that I am committed to what I do and I deserve this. But I'm grateful and I just don't know where to begin.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question, because I think this question is going to be very critical also as well. So here you are, you were not expecting this from anybody. You were not expecting even $1 from anybody here. You came to this platform and you were just going to speak about your talent. And all of a sudden, God is blessing you right now. So with this blessing, how can you be a blessing to other people that when you get this camera, when you get this opportunity, what do you think you're going to do with this opportunity to create other opportunities for other people that are not as lucky as you are today?
Well, I'm proud to say that I've already have 3 students. One is my age mate that live in Sifo, and also I have another young girl that lives around my end. And the family is not very strong, and I know that she have a passion for art. So most of the time when she comes, she always frown, and I know because looking at her, I could depict myself in her. So already I have 3 students presently that I'm working on. They're not paying anything. So I'm basically teaching them because they have enough time. Most of them are not going to school. I have already 3 that have already registered with me that I'm teaching them to sketch. But for photography, I've not started any. But for art, I already have 3 students presently as I'm speaking that I'm mentoring for them to become artists in future.
Okay, this is
So I can expand this.
okay.
I can expand this. I believe I can expand it from 3 to a reasonable number that I believe can make an impact. Not only having a large number of people, but having even it's going to be 10 or 15. If there is an impact, to me, it's a success,
That
and
is
I
actually,
believe I can, and I will
uh,
expand it.
you know what? That is too much for you right now. I just don't want you to say something that is not realistic for you right now. And that's one of the things that you will learn in this network. Everything that we do, it has to be a timeline, it has to be realistic. And you're connected to it. We don't say things just because we want to say it. We say it because when we say it, we are going to be held accountable for it. Now, this is what I'm not asking you to overstretch yourself because you're building your business. You need to focus on your art. You need to focus on building it. You need to focus on building this business that you have before you can even uplift other people. But what I would actually want you to do, if it is even 2 people, if this opportunity that has been afforded to you, even if you can uplift 1 or 2 people and invest in them time, because not only money, your skills, your time, um, then that's all you need right now. It's not 10, it's not 15. You have to start with 2 who have mastered the art, not 10 people who have not mastered the art. So what I would suggest to you, just stick with 1 person right now and let this person master the art and becomes your partner, becomes your apparent. What I would like to hear is you partner with somebody and bring them up into the arts, teach them how to sketch, if bring them under your wing, so that when they see Ajindumbe, they said, if that person's name is Anta, they said, oh my God, Anta is amazing because Ajindumbe. Wow. So now what I'm going to do, if you today, are you going to promise me that you will uplift 1 person? You will train that 1 person. I'm not even asking you for 2, just 2 or 1 for now. And this person give a timeline of this amount of time. That's all I need. And when you can do that, we can assure you within tomorrow, you're able to get the 250 to reach your goal.
All right. So what I want you to do, I did think about this. We can give you the opportunity to come back tomorrow, because you are not on the program at all. But we can give you the opportunity to come back tomorrow and think about. And Margaret, you will have the opportunity to reach to Aji and have this conversation with her. Because I believe in giving my money, but I have to give my money to something that I totally believe in. I have to
I
have
hear you.
emotional. My money is very valuable, so I have to have emotional connection to why I'm giving my money, and
I hear you.
I for a lot of people.
That's right.
So that's why it's very critical that Aji is able to articulate, because if Aji can go around the continent computing, she can express herself.
Yes.
And we don't want to force things out, but people have to be able to, they have to be accountable
That's
for
right.
what you have to work hard for stuff. You can't
Right.
just get, you have to be deserving of stuff. And
Right.
it's not because she's talented, because people don't walk around this thing, oh, this person is talented, I'm going to give you some money. No, I give you money because I think you need it. I think that also, if I didn't give it to you, it would have been hard for you to, because you can't afford it. I also believe in supporting people that I know that their background maybe it doesn't allow, or where have their journeys, where they have been, the struggles, because we hear Pap here talk about his struggles when he started. We all have struggles. I think tomorrow I'll be able to talk about some of those, because today is not the platform. but we are not afraid to sit back and talk about our struggles, at least if we need this help, because this $1,300 that is raised, if Adi is not able to come back and articulate it, we have to reconsider it. So
I
that's how
I hear you. I hear you. It makes perfect sense. And I think she got the information. She is offline because the connection is unstable, but by tomorrow, I think she will get her. And two, we have to consider that this is a surprise. She never
Yes, it is.
planned on talking about this, and she never planned on this, just came up. So it's impromptu, and I think it's fair to give her a chance to sleep on it and come back to
Yes,
be more prepared.
absolutely. So I think we're 3 hours into this session, and let me tell you, I wanted to Ida still there? Ida fight? Is Ida still, because she was having some technical difficulties. I wanted to just give her the opportunity for 1 or 2 minutes to really come back and have the opportunity to answer that powerful question that we've asked around going forward. What does she expect from this platform? So can we bring Ida back? Is Ida Fight still on, or she's gone? Ida? No?
I am waiting to receive feedback, so you can continue on for now.
Okay, great. So again, we've been on this call. This was supposed to last for maybe an hour and a half. And I guess when you set out, you just don't know what comes out, and a lot of great things. And we didn't want to go, and we still don't want to go. And Pop, do you have any closing remarks to make before we hand it back over to Margaret, Dr. Margaret?
Yeah. I just wanted to just really express my gratitude for your invitation to this. This is very, very important. This is something that I've always wanted to do. But to have your platform set it up already for me to just contribute means a lot. I just want to tell these young people that, their dreams are valid. Their dreams are valid, and there's nothing wrong with dreaming big. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big. But you just have to identify where you want to go, and let no one stop you. Um, it's gonna take some hard work, but if you dedicate it, you'll get to your destination. Um, just grind on. You guys are very talented. I'm a kid that's a testament to that. I come from those streets. I'm from Gambia. I was born and raised. Everything I know, I learned from there. Came in with a few tools here. So your dreams are valid. You can do it. You can do whatever you want. I came from there, and I'm here. I'm still pushing, but I'm here. Just keep going, dream big, and back it up with hard work. So thank you so
That's
much for
great.
having me.
Thank you very much. The honor is all mine. The pleasure is all mine. So we will have to have a follow up. I think Dr. Margaret Ellis, like I said, we talk the talk and we walk the walk. I think I would see ourselves in the next 3 months having bringing these young ladies to come back to really talk about where are we now, and to review our progress, or to do a progress report on what we've accomplished and achieved through this 3 months to come. So I thank all of you, and I want to also give a huge shout out to Kumba Daffeh, and a great supporter, an amazing pillar to lean on for me, and thank you for always allowing and giving us the opportunity to share our ideas, our thoughts with you, and also as my CEO, as because the Ajidafe brand is actually a branch of the Treasure group. So thank you for the journey, and we really appreciate all the support that you've done for the Ejidafe brand, and we're looking forward to bigger things. And like Halil said, we're going. Then you pare, we are going, and no, there's no stopping. So thank you very much, all of you, for being here. I know it was long, but it was all worth it. It was inspired. I'm inspired. I'm sure we're all inspired, and we're all looking forward to the next session in the next 3 months to review progress report. Thank you very much, Dr. Margaret Ellis. I give this back to you. And tomorrow, giving you guys all rendezvous to come and listen to amazing, influential people in our society, our communities, a diverse group of people coming from all walks of life. We'll have doctors, lawyers, we'll have stylists, we will have also mentors, we'll have my sister's keepers there as well, and we'll have, of course, our fabulous moderator, Dr. Margaret Ellis. So it's actually a dialogue not to miss, a great conversation with great minds and influential minds and great leaders. So we're all looking forward to it. I hope that you guys make the time to come tomorrow. It's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, correct? And
Yes.
If you're in Africa, in Senegal, and that part of the world, it's 6 p.m. your time. And if you are in the West Coast, it will be what, around, is it 1 p.m. if you're on the right, Margaret? Because if you're in California,
1 p.m. Central Time.
1 p.m. Central Time.
12 p.m. Central Time.
12 p.m. Central.
What am I saying? Wait. 1 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
And 11 a.m. Mountain.
2 p.m. Yeah. Okay. 11. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Exactly. So
Mountain is 11 a.m. Eastern is 2 p.m. and Central is 12 p.m.
Right. So we will be unveiling the Hope Collection. And Margaret, it's not like the Hope Collection hasn't been seen before. It has, and we haven't had the opportunity to launch it effectively. We didn't have the opportunity to do a sort of like a lookbook for it. So tomorrow, that's why we are going to unveil it, and then we are going to do it the proper way.
Yes.
So I think some of us might have seen it, but most of us haven't seen it yet. So we're all excited, looking forward to it, and I hope everybody will be impressed.
Yes.
And we put a lot of work in it.
We invite everyone to join us tomorrow. This was a red carpet for tomorrow, so we will have a great time. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you especially to those of you that were with us from the beginning. We thank all of our panelists. We thank Daffeh and the Daffeh brand for this event and this well thought of idea. We thank Pap, our mentor and coach in the house, for sharing all of his journey and all of the great tips and his story. We thank you. You have yourself a great evening and a start of a good weekend. And we hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you, Nadia, and my sister's keeper. You are my sister. You are a great producer, and you have a lot of work ahead of you. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And everyone, have yourself a good evening. Thank you.